UK radio. I put this together with all the tracks I've built over the last few weeks. Thanks for listening. You can check them all out on my SoundCloud and on Bandcamp. So why not go over to 5below5.uk and check out our YouTube tutorials as well.
Choppy on your somebody you was a listen. Then we tiny theory I've been talking about range. Then I the first chucking and chase I'm so much just my touch from the down. Don't know who much I love that best rich. They're coming on to come over first. I'm gonna come up my tongue and I'm gonna like it now. You can turn up up and my bad at the somebody told me. I'm on the crash I was like I will come by and worse. Don't move on, come over first. And I'm on the top of my tongue and I'm coming like it now. You can turn up and my balance and somebody told me. I'm on the crash I was like I will come by and worse.
Welcome everybody. It is the 9th of January. It's a Thursday and it's 6 o'clock. I'm so glad that you could join me. And I'm actually here. There we go. That's what I was looking for. The magic button. So today we've got another live show. So what are we looking at? Well, we're continuing what we were doing last time. Hello Glitch Factory. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for joining. I think you're probably first person here. There might be other people. I don't know. They haven't said anything yet. So the last thing I did last night before I went to bed was I queued up a massive queue of videos, which I haven't even done yet. So I saved them as latents, you see, because I used a new workflow, which I haven't released yet, called long play, I did a tutorial on how to use these two-stage workflows for LTX. And the tutorial is up on the channel now. It's the first one for 2025, so we're getting back into the swing of things. But essentially what we've got is 1280 by 720 over 720, so you have to crop it a little bit. But it's 249 frames long. That's 10 seconds. So 10 seconds of 720p. That's not bad. Now, I appreciate that I've got a 4090, so you might not be able to fit that onto your GPU. However, the fact that it is possible is a pretty big deal. What we've got here, of course, is two-stage, so it's going to save the latent. And as I explained in the tutorial today, you put it in decode mode and then batch the decodes. Now, it's going to take hours to do the 200 latents, which I encoded last night. So you can expect me to be curating them down tomorrow. What we're going to do tonight is we're going to do some custom node stuff, hopefully. Depends if I've still got some token credit or not. I've been burning my token credits pretty hard this last couple of weeks. And what I want to do is I want to continue on from yesterday, where we were talking about VHS style effects, okay? Because wouldn't it be cool if we could apply that VHS interference effect to a video? I don't know if we can do it. I think we can do it, but I don't know if we can do it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how I would go about investigating that, building that, and then eventually we'll make a custom node if we're able. If, you know, I've got many ways of getting around it, so even if I run out of credits on the API, I can still do it. So that's what we're going to be looking at. I've got a bit of a sniffle today. I don't know why. I've been sneezing and blowing my nose all day. It's not good. Maybe I got that bird flu, yo. Probably shouldn't joke about it, but it's probably just COVID. Anyway. Oh. Okay. So anyway, welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. There is actually something else which we might take a crack at later, which is the stage. So obviously, as you know, I mention this every time when we open up the stream. The link in the description to join the Discord it's in the description. You can join the Discord and you can take part with all of this good stuff. We got pings, which is where I announce the video releases and also the live stream releases. We've got Inside Line, which is where I put my latest workflows in a great big long feed, and also just various news bits and pieces, new nodes, all that good stuff, right? And then obviously you can share your images. A lot of people are sharing images, people are sharing workflows. Sometimes I'm sharing workflows there too. And also pre-trained LoRa's. Like I said, I think I got 5 recently that I put out, and then there's others that other people have made as well. And then just interesting GitHub projects, you know, stuff that you might find interesting. And occasionally I'm like, oh, what the hell is this? And some people will actually post them in there for me. And when we're on the live stream, obviously I keep an eye on the general, just in case you want to share something with the stream. But what I want to do tonight, if I have time, is start a stage, okay? So we might do it a little bit later on when we got some more people on the stream, because we've just started up, right? I like to give people time to join. If you're watching later, well, that's unfortunate, but because obviously the stage will have been already over and done with. Cheers, Glitch Factory. It's probably just a sniffle, do you know what I mean? I think my immune system can handle it after 2 years of the coof. But yeah, so what we got here is Johnson's Art Hole, which is my stage on the official 5 Below 5 Discord. And essentially, it allows people to come up and talk to me. Now, I don't know if anyone's going to be able to do that, because we might just be testing the feature out tonight. But I made this ages ago and we never used it. So perhaps in an hour, maybe at 7 p.m. GMT, which is like I say, about an hour into the stream. Perhaps when we get to there, I will start this up. But for now, it's just a sort of like, if we have time, I might be in the middle of doing something, so maybe we'll push it later into the stream. But the point is, we're going to experiment with that, because I like the idea of doing a little bit more interactive stuff on Thursday. I think Thursday could be the day for some community interaction. You know, basically letting people come on and talk as well, right? Oh, cool. I definitely got something up my nose. Right. So, what we got? I used AI background swap, and now my GF thinks I'm in the back rooms. I hope you like today's clickbait title. It's not like the most explosive one, but I don't want to wear it out, so I'm trying to we're just being funny. All right, we're trying to be funny, basically. So yeah, we are live. Thank you all for joining. Like I said, it's a Thursday, and as I said, I thought Thursday could be the day where we do the sort of Discord community stream. So, a little bit more chatting, a little bit less of me just going on for 6 hours, right? That's the plan anyway. My coffee is hot and my time is short, so I will get a move on. Time to disappear. And that's what you call a hot intro. Okay, thank you all for joining. I'm going to give you the brief rundown on how to use this workflow, because you may not have watched my tutorial video and it's the beginning of the stream. So obviously the first thing you'll be doing is using encode latent. So this is stage 1. Very simply, it saves the output to a latent file, okay? And then once you've saved the latent file, you can put it into decode latent mode, which is stage 2. You push R, and then you will notice that this list updates. As you can see, this is the last latent that I already made, so I'm going to go to number 8. So I put it on seed 8 and on increment. Now obviously if you have 200 videos to cook like I do, you will queue 100 and then queue 100 again, and then go and do something else with your life. Come back in tomorrow and you can actually work it out. It's about 2 minutes per video with the settings that I'm using here to just do the decode, and you'll have a load of videos to curate. So that's the way that you use this. You do a big queue, it's going to advance through them all, make them all into videos for you, and you will find them in this folder. That's it. That's all it is. Okay, nothing more to it really. And like I said, it'll give you the ability to do 10-second long videos at 720p, which is pretty big. It's pretty big if you ask me. Welcome Coco, welcome to the stream, and welcome everybody. Thank you if you're watching later. I did notice that probably 3 times as many people watch the streams later rather than while they're live, and that's probably because of the time zone thing. I live in the UK, and I generally start my stream between 5 and 7, and then I generally go on for about 4 to 6 hours, depending on what I'm doing and when I get to finish, because it's sort of like I finish when I'm finished. I don't really have a set time where I'm like, okay, that's it, I'm out of here. That's not what I do. I generally have a plan of what I want to do, and then I'll hit that plan and get the hell out of here. Blimey, look at this. Sniffles, man. I think I drank some chunky milk last night, guys. It's good for you, but it's also bad for you, okay? Oh, right. So anyway, like I said, this is one of my video workflows. It's got a face creator, it's got a face swapper, and then it has a 2-stage. So we've already taken you through how to use that. Also, another workflow which I brought out yesterday, which is pretty cool, I think, is video, background, video swap. I said video twice for a reason, because we actually load a foreground and a background video, and then we do inspire transparent to get the background, and then we can swap out our talking character into different scenes. We can also control the blur, okay? So this controls how much blur there is on the new environment. I think that goes a long way to helping it seem like, I don't know, I think it helps. So what I want to do today is I want to put together a new prompt list which is going to help generate more of these sorts of backgrounds, okay? Like on location, that's what I'm looking for, on location, right? So in a news show, if there was no one there, we need something for him to be standing in front of, basically. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to head into Claude and do that, and then we're going to take a look at this VHS thing, because that was the next big thing on my list, right? If there's any questions you have, go ahead and hit me in the comments. it helps with YouTube as well, you know. It's probably, do you know what? I think comments are actually probably more helpful than liking or subscribing in terms of letting YouTube know that there's good engagement on the stream. Do you know what I mean? So, you know, by all means, chat away. It does help. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to go in here. Oh, look at this. It's the YouTube title generator and tester. See, I might want to see if I can just turn it into Python. You know what I'm saying? So let's leave that one open and let's use this one first. So office background video prompt, okay? Now I need to turn my attention to on location background videos. These can be much more varied as they are what is behind a news reporter when they are outside reporting on a story. Okay, let's see what it does. Apologies, I've got to keep blowing my nose tonight. Lucas, all right, from now on under each of your videos I'll type first. Yeah, definitely guys, compete for first place. You can do second, third, fourth, fifth, whatever you want. I encourage this. So on location news background scenes, we have City Hall government building. So let's just do this as a one stage generation. Do I have a one stage generation? Yeah, I do. This one is one stage. Okay, and we're going to put it in like that. There we go. Let's generate that and see what that looks like. I should probably also change this to say one stage. So how about we take out reactor and we'll just say face swap, and I'll say one stage like that, and we'll go 200, 200, and I'm going to make both of these 200. So save as that and then export that. Okay, and then for the other one, we're going to rename this one to take out the reactor so it's consistent, and I'll say two stage, because there was something that's bothering me, you know. Last night I thought to myself, man, you can't do 190 and 195. It needs to have it written in the title, otherwise people won't know at a glance which one's which. I can't expect people to read the pings, you know. Throttlemouth says 4th. And how cold was it last night? Well, let me put it this way. It's actually been colder, okay? Some nights when I leave after doing the stream, my car is just like frozen over, totally frozen over. And I got to squirt it in all types of salt water and stuff to thaw it out before I can actually drive home. And that's only at like 11 or midnight when I leave, right? But yeah, I think that we've got like a cold snap tonight because we had clear skies, and the thing is that if there are clear skies, it's always going to be colder than usual when you've got a cold front, which we do. Blue skies though all day, beautiful weather all day, but essentially the clouds keep the heat in, don't they? So if you have clear skies during the winter, it's going to get cold. I think it was like -7 degrees Celsius for all you Americans. Okay, so what do we got here? We got the V200, we got one stage and two stage. That's good. So let's just get my thing up on the screen and upload it. So where are we now? Workflows, and this is going to be in the Exoda LTX V video pack, and it's under face swap. So we're going to be deleting these two because they're getting replaced with, it's just basically the same file, it's just got slightly better naming convention, that's all. So So we do like that. They're both V200, 1 stage and 2 stage, okay? Now, where do I go next? Oh, crap. Do you know what I've just done? I've just realised something. They're not the same at all. Hang on, let me just double check this. So I think one thing I forgot is that one of them is actually now the long play version. Yeah, it is. Have I got like... Oh, crap. 249 seconds. Well, let's hope that people actually pay attention and look at the configuration, okay? I can't... Do you know what I mean? What am I going to do? Alright, let's get rid of that. So, yeah, just remember to check the number of frames. And then, of course, I can always address that if it is a problem for people in the future. Alright, because basically what it is the 1 stage is preset to like 4 seconds, and then the 2 stage is preset for 10 seconds, because this is actually my new long play workflow, which gives 10 seconds of video at 720p, which is it's a pretty big deal if you ask me. I don't know. So how much is this one doing? Ah, okay. Wait, why is there somebody walking into the shot? So that's a waste. I don't need anybody walking into the shot. Hang on. Damn. Okay, so let's change the seed and see if we can't get a better one. There we go. Let's try that one again. Oh, that was annoying. We nearly had a good one there. I do apologise for all the sniffles. Like I said, I think I drank some chunky milk last night. And when I say I think, I'm not really sure, but the milk's definitely gone off by now. Yeah, that's annoying that this guy walks in at the last second, because he's kind of ruined the shot. That actually looked pretty good, because you'd have a person here talking in front of it. So we're going to try it again. Wait, what? There's no way that it just... Oh, okay. It didn't change the seed yet. Okay. Ugh. Excuse my sniffles, guys. Okay, and while it's doing that, I am going to look up 160 for 15 seconds. Hey, Throttlemouth, is that at 720? I think you've also been using the same settings as me, right? Throttlemouth says 160C for 15 seconds. I suppose it depends how many frames per second you're running, but generally speaking, I go off of 24. 105 is what I'm generally running. Oh, you mean talking about pasteurization for the off milk? Right. I think it was pasteurized. I think I just left it out of the fridge for too long. That's all. Basically. It's funny, I had the bottle out of the fridge and I just opened it up and drank it, like glug, 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 glug. And then I was like, wait a minute, this feels a bit chunky. It wasn't fun. Okay, no journalist coming in at the last minute. Okay, cool. So we're going to... Wait, what? Save workflow image. That's a new one I've not seen before. Where did that come from? I'm going to do it. Copy output file path. Wow, I've never seen these two options before. I don't know if that's a custom node doing that or if that's that node doing that. But yeah, it was late. I just kind of... opened up the thing and took a big swig, basically. Okay. I was like, that's not quite right. So 35, right? So let's put our guy in front of that video now. Because that's what I'm trying to demonstrate here. Is the video background swap. Like that. And let's go. Should be the same guy talking. should be the same length. See, I've got a check here. 105, 105. Now, we don't need to do a resize, but I am doing a resize just because I might decide to have a bigger video or a smaller video as the background. Okay? Just make sure it's uniform, otherwise it will error when it tries to do the overlay. What can be good though, say I had a scene that was slightly bigger, right? I could crop the left for one character and then crop the right for the other character, and it would give the impression that they're both standing in the same scene, but with two cameras slightly, you know what I mean, slightly apart. So it's possible to have two people talking to each other on screen at the same location, right? Because that's what I'm trying to do. We're trying to synthesize the shots that we need to do news reporting right now. That's what this is doing. Okay. So again, we've looked at the two-stage. The two-stage tutorial is up. Don't forget to watch that. And this is the single-stage version. I've disabled all my prompt list stuff and we're just putting prompts in. And what we're testing is we're testing a video background for on location. Yeah? Now these look pretty good actually. So what I'm going to say is, and look, we've got all types of different things here. Okay, so what I'm going to say is we should expand these prompts into 4 prompt lists, one for each location, with 10 prompts. Woo, with 10 prompts per 10 prompts total, 1 per line, no empty lines, as a plain text file. So let's see if he can do that. He's probably going to try and do it all in one go. I don't know. Okay, it's doing urban scenes. Is he going to try and do it all as one thing? Oh yeah, he's trying to do it all as one thing. Okay. Well, that's not too bad, but I suppose I can just make them myself. Like I said, this is like a little bit more labor intensive, but it's not really. It's just creating a bunch of text files, so. What on earth is going on here? Stop being ridiculous. Okay. Next. Okay, so we're going to take these, put them in there. Oh yeah, I was messing around last night, and I got a new funk sound, which I want to explore. So there'll be some new albums coming out. I got like, I don't know, 15, 20 new tracks I'm working on. In the lot sort of like lo-fi inspired, but they're not lo-fi. It's still funky, but it's like, it's a different spin on what I normally make. So, like I said, I like to blend the styles. Oh yeah, my CPU's getting hammered. Yeah, it's about right. So which one is it? Is it finished? Yeah, it's finished. Check this out. So he's now talking in front of those pillars. Now, obviously, if I wanted, I can reduce the blurring, right? The blurring control is right here, Gaussian blur. It's on 8 right now, so I could change that to 4 if I wanted it to look less out of focus. But I don't think that's unnatural, although this is actually a guy that's sitting in the newsroom. So what I want to do tonight is I want to make some on-location reporter prompt lists as well. So that's what we're doing. But this is really fast, actually. If you look, 221 seconds to do, I think this is 4 seconds long. So 221 seconds to swap the background. Yeah. It's just using InspireNet. Very simple. But like I said, background replacement, video background replacement, and it's so simple. If you look at this workflow compared to some of the other workflows that we were looking at the other day, I mean, this is also background replacement. I think this is actually like animated diff, and it does like dancing, and it does all kinds of extra stuff. But this is kind of why I make my own workflows, because I think sometimes you can just get that one little bit that you need to do what you want to do. And you know, the most important part was this bit. This bit is doing all the heavy lifting, and then this bit does the actual blend really well. Okay. All right. So let's just keep moving with those prompts. So where are we? Here we are. So I want to copy this. We've done this one. So this is community scenes. So I'm going to go save as, and this will be news location. And I'll say community. Yeah. And then this one will be, oh, what is it? Still selecting the other thing. This will be news weather. So make another one, copy that in, and we'll say save as the news location, and then weather. Do you know what? We should definitely do a weather, like a spoof weather part to this. What the heck? It's trying to ask me about the update, but I'm using the program right now. Is it trying to make another one, maybe? I don't know. So yeah, I was thinking you could do like AI weather. Today in AI weather, ChatGPT is slower than usual. You know what I mean? So it's like not really the weather, it's some other type of surreal weather. And it's like normalized, you know, like in the future. They'd be like, oh, today, this is the, you know, there's a cold front coming in, which is going to slow down all AI or speed it up. I don't know. I just thought it would be kind of abstract and silly. The AI weather today? What? What do you mean AI weather? And you have a guy, you know, standing in front of a board trying to explain. So, news, location, and it will be emergency. Alright. Okay. So, Throttlemouth has been saying some stuff. He said, haha, for the off milk. Gotcha. Haha. And your CPU is getting hammered at the moment by comfy workflow. Well, it was. And damn, that's good. I should have read it out as you said it. See, I'm still thinking about doing an overlay with the chat. We'll see. We're getting there. We're getting there. We're getting closer and closer all the time. So that's the emergency scenes done. How about we do urban scenes next? Urban? What, you mean urban? I'm gonna save this one as news location, and it's going to be urban. Okay, so that's all 4 of those. So I'm going to want to grab them and put them in my prompt list folder. So let's just back, refresh. What? Where have you been saving things, you demonic software? What have you been doing here? It's in DJ Gits. Well, that's no good to anyone. I need them in an easily accessible area, not like some obscure path that I've got to go and dig around for. D. And then there, finally. Okay, right, that's not too bad. I complain because it's not easy. Let's go into double-click Windows. There we go. DJZ, no, we'll just go into prompts. And then paste it. There we go. So now we've got our news location. And then we're going to need a variation on... yeah, refresh that. They need to be up top with the rest. So if I say newscaster agent, this is a prompt which... This is a list of prompts which I made. And some of them actually are on location. Look, reports from the scene of a construction site. So what I'll do is I'll use that as the example, put that in there, and I'll say, please look at these prompts in this list attached. I need to create a new prompt list for newscasters on location. They will be rotoscoped out and overlaid on different locations in post. Okay, so I'm going to say they must be different journalists. They must be at different locations. Not that it matters. They must be waist up or close up. The person, what is it? The news reporter must be in the center of the screen. Seems pretty good. Seems pretty good, I think. No zoom in or panning away. Yeah. If possible, they should be talking. All right. Let's do it. Wow, that's some good coffee, man. A 40-something black female correspondent with natural hair pulled back in a professional style speaks into her microphone wearing a teal blazer and a white blouse. Teal blazer and a white blouse, that's interesting. Camera holds a fixed waist-up shot, keeping her centered as she delivers her report with confident gestures. I think this will be a good one. So we'll copy that. No. No. Right, okay. Next. Paste that, and then we're going to do save as. And we're going to say news reporter on location. New reporter. Well, that's good enough for me. Close enough. No, it's alright. I'm going to edit that one. I don't know why I put a dash there anyway. I only just beat a cough like a week ago. I've been okay for a week, and now I've got something else. Isn't that fun? Oh, maybe it is COVID. All right, it's all COVID now anyway. We should know that by now. So I'll take that, put it here. I need to go right there. And what we'll do is we'll take the one I just read out, 40-something, here we go. Copy that, and we'll stick this one into my one stage, not this one, this is two stage. Put it into this one. This one's on prompt mode. And we should probably also go into Flux and make some more faces, so we've got some more consistent faces to play around with. And I think the best way to do that would be to put together a new IP adapter workflow. Let me just write that down so I don't forget about it. Flux IP adapter. I don't even know if I can't even. It's been a while since we've used IP adapter with Flux. I'm gonna have to pull an old workflow and see if it still works. So create more journalistas. Face models. Okay. Oh man. Excuse me. Do you know what? This is like annoying, but isn't it always? Sniffles. And I'm back. Blimey. Right then. So what do we got? we are generating a new background. So this should be a new location or a new journalist. Yeah, it's a new journalist. Oh! Not bad, you know, not bad. Okay, right, cool, save that. And then we go back to our video swap workflow and we upload that as the journalist. Okay. Now, I can't do middle-aged black woman voice. So, but maybe that's part of the comedy. Everyone just sounds like me. Well, you see, the thing is, we're closing this library behind us because it costs too much to keep it open. Anyway, it's all for the gags. All right. So while it's cooking that, so we've got a bunch of new prompt lists. I just need to grab that. Do I have a new prompt list? No, already done it. Already done it. He said. Already done it. So that means we've got new on-location backgrounds and new reporters. So what I have to do is build up a library of speaking people and also places. And then by swapping the places with the persons, who should have a face-swapped face as well, then I'll have a library of clips and the ability to create as many as I need for any scene that I need. And then, of course, you take it into the lip sync workflow. And then with the audio, we can have him say whatever we want, standing wherever we want, but we can do it in a repeatable, controllable way. So that's the whole idea. So we're almost ready to move on already. It's only 40 minutes in. I thought this would take at least an hour. But everything's just so fast. I'll say no. Minimize that for a second. Okay, so let's do some research, shall we? We've got to get some research done. So I'm going to say Python GitHub VHS effects and see what comes up. Here we go. Taroba VHS.py analog videotape emulator written in Python. AKA LineMaker 10 GUI for VHS. So that's a GUI, might be a bit difficult. Digitized VHS cassette editing. That's not what I'm doing. This application adds realistic VHS filters using Python, all in one executable. Simulate VHS analog without cheap and unrealistic effects. Okay, have a look at that. Build NTSC CRT for your system. VHS renderer. What's this? Valadaptive NTSC RS free open source analog TV and VHS emulator artifacts. It can be used as an After Effects, Premiere, OpenFX plugin, or as a standalone. God damn, that's crazy. There's a whole bunch more as well. Look at this. VidSpinner is a Python library for using versions of videos using filters, text, and audio effects. Now that's interesting. Audio effects. Okay, so what do we got? What the heck is going on there? Interesting. Chrominance and luminance signals. Images are reassembled. I mean, it does kind of look a bit like VHS. It's like jumping about, but I think he's doing that on purpose. I don't really know. So we've got a UI, and we've got all kinds of different effects. River of the Valley explanation of how VHS damage is simulated. And there's a video on it. Oh. Oh man, I got the sneezes. I'm getting through toilet paper at an absurd rate tonight. So we've got VHS.py. Whoa, I'm sneezing my head off. I've probably got like another 10 still to go. Yep. Oh. All the more reason to do a stage tonight so I can mute up and let other people talk for me. Where was I? Oh yeah, here I am. Somebody said that you can't sneeze more than 7 times, and they were lying. I think they meant you can't fold paper more than 7 times. So this looks promising. We could have a go with this one. Going to be interesting how to adapt it though. But it is just a single Python file, so it's a decent candidate for what we want to try and do. I will run out of sneezing eventually, I'm sure. Let's have a look at the next library. I will be right back. And I'm back. I'm suffering from the weakness of flesh tonight. Bit of a flu coming on again. Isn't that fun? Doesn't slow me down, but it does make me sneeze and blow my nose a lot. So anyway, here is the original video. Here is the new generated background. And then we have our newscaster. She's not on, well, I guess you could say she's on location. The lighting's all wrong. But we've got ways of sorting that out too. So I'm not too bothered if the lighting isn't perfect. Because like I said, we can relight video. So hopefully there'll be ways we can keep going. But for now what I want to do is I want to focus on... we've made the new prompt lists. I'm happy with them. So it's just a case of generating a whole bunch of video now and then curating that library down, swapping in some scenes, and this is pretty much a done deal. So it's not going to be difficult to do this. Now I just got to make some better assets, and that's just a curation deal. So we're moving on to job number 2 for the night, which is VHS. So this does look like It does look a bit like, but the problem is this is like a massive UI. You see what I mean? And I don't want to go completely insane. Realistic VHS effect. So this is close to what I'm looking for. Here's my audio filtering. Look, ntscqt.py. That is the main Python app right there. Well, let's just check the license on this. Apache 2. Okay. So if I go here, Qt Core. Qt Core. So there we go. We're importing Qt Core from PyQt5. CQT by Jargs. Is that it? Yeah, it looks like there's more here which we can't see. So this isn't, like I said, I don't want to like make my life difficult. But there's the app. You don't need imitative filters because it's actually doing VHS to the video, which is, it's an interesting approach. But I'd like to see your code. There's obviously more to it than that. Here we go. Renderer. Functions. NTSC. Ringing 2, numpy random. Interesting. Interleaved, int 8. Height width channel. Channel height width. So it's, yeah. Got a bunch of like array converters. Low pass filter. This is actually huge. There's so much here. It might actually be too much. Yeah, it's too much. The node's going to end up coming out with like 100 variables. Okay, right. Let's just keep going. NTSCRS. Again, look at all the variables. It's almost too much. You know? I'm looking for something simple. I'm not trying to do every single... there we go, look. NTSCR is a Rust port of this. That's what we were just looking at. So NTSCRS is one of the promising ones. It will not be supported further. That was 3 years ago. There are OpenFX and After Effects plugins. NTSC Qt+ is a fork. And then this one is a fork with fixes in the current version. There's also Signal plugin for After Effects, but it's an expensive plugin. Right, okay, so let's have a look at that. NTSC Qt+. And what are we? We're an Apache 2 license again. I've decided to archive this project. Valadaptive released NTSCRS, a recreation in Rust. Optimized, faster, renders in real time. I'll have another look at that then. Everyone seems to be saying it's great. See, this looks nice and simple. And that does look a lot like VHS. Uses FFV1 Matroska. New parameters and video artifacts. Needs FFmpeg. That's okay, we've got that. Run the script. NTSCQT. NTSCQT. That's what I was looking at before. But it refers to, I think this refers to other scripts. Because filters to make it into a standalone node. Lucas says, wow, a ram filter. The nostalgia of VHS from the comfort of your home computer. GitHub. We were just there. Latest version can be downloaded from the releases section. A Python port of composite video simulator. So let's just have a look at that. Because they're all forking each other, you see. This actually doesn't have an MIT license. So does this have a license? I don't see a license anywhere. Authors, news, readme. Let's have a look. Provide the internet with a better simulation of composite video-based emulation. This code uses FFmpeg to read and write video. It's written for Linux, but you could compile it. It's slow. If you want to take any Simpsons episodes, you will be editing and cut them up first, then run the clip show through this program instead of wasting CPU on whole episodes. So this is for Simpson Wave videos. Right. Okay. What's the last thing? Vid Spinner with audio effects. Okay, pip install Vid Spinner. So we got a new 16 built-in filters, add custom text, animate text, trim, pitch shift, speed up, slow down audio. That's something we've been looking for. Not sure if this is actually the boy. Add a filter, montage builder. Sometimes it's like too proprietary, too complicated. But how do you find out without trying? This one looks good because it's literally self-contained. If I go back to the main project here and show you, there's no subfolders and there's no other. Well, there's index.py. Okay, I'll grant. There's index.py. So record to tape video path. So I might have to get both of them. So then we've got index.py and vhs.py. Right, okay. So this is going to be a bit of a trick, this one. I think what I'll do is let's make a project. I know I do everything on the API, but I want to give you guys, like, I do everything with VS Code with the API at the moment, but I want to show you how to do it this way as well. So we'll look at it doing this way first. So I'll say VHS effect, right? And then I'm going to put both of those scripts in as artifacts, okay? And then I'm also going to put in an effect which is like a video in-out for Comfy UI, right? So let's see if I can't find that. No. I'm just going to have to go there myself. One folder up, right? So we want something which takes image in, image out. So I guess I'll use a one of my Datamosh nodes, in fact. We'll go with Datamosh v7. Put that there. So I'm going to say, okay, I need help creating a new custom node for Comfy UI named VHS. Yeah, there we go. It likes underscores. Effect V1. All right. .py. Okay. It should be based on DJZ Datamosh v7.py. in terms of the template and the input/output format, so that it input/output configuration, so that it matched the required format for Comfy UI. The functions should be based on the VHS.py and index.py contained in the project artifacts. So we are creating a node that takes a batch of images as the input, exposes the parameters required, I could type, to control the VHS effect applied to the image frame sequence. Say batch. I know I'm saying it funny here, batch image frame sequence, right? But I think it should work. Exposes the parameters required to control the VHS effect. VHE? Man, I'm all over the place tonight. VHS effect applied to the batch image frame sequence. Then outputs the images in the correct format as shown in the DataMosh example. Let's see if he can figure that out. It should be enough. That should be all I need to do. And then it's just a case of adding it to the init and testing. It might be too complicated though. That's why I was trying to like snipe a script that's all in one, but it was in two. And I think this is probably a cleaner way to get started than to try and do VS Code with the API, because then I would have to actually put these files into the project, and I don't want it to think that it can rely on them. I want it to rewrite the script, basically. It looks like it's going to do it. Whether it works or not, completely different question. Okay. So let's open up VS Code, mainly so I can edit things. Let's see, so we're not going to be using that. So where is init? There's init. And close readme. Let's just duplicate this, and we're just going to do it ourselves. VHS effect V1 like that. So we're going to just change all of these like this. And we get rid of the underscores. There we go. There. So that's done. And then I need to download that. Should be called VHS effect lowercase v. It doesn't, yeah, see, he's got dashes. Not ideal. Like that. And we're going to change it to be capital VHS underscore effect with a capital E underscore V1. Get rid of the node. There. That matches now. So hopefully that will match. And what we can do is we can take one of these here and refresh. Oh, not refresh. I need to restart Comfy totally. There we go. All right. So what do we have in here? We have a bunch of stuff. Width, height, load tape. Define define your VHS effect here. Interesting. That's the index. Let Claude take the wheel. Didn't need to do that here, thanks. Go, right, close that, refresh. Okay, new tab. So if I say load video, upload, and we're going to pick a video that we just made earlier. Let's pick this one here. And then, what did we call it? Let's just type VHS. Ah, damn. That's not going to work, is it? VHS V1. Nothing. Refresh it. Maybe it didn't load? It's called VHS effect. Oh, gosh. Pardon me, that hasn't loaded. That has not loaded. Why would that not load? What have I done wrong? I've made a mistake or something. Unable to import. Right, so I can never find the errors. Have you ever tried to look for the errors in the in this? And you're like, what? I can't find it. I don't even know. It's supposed to show you when it doesn't, when it's not able to load something, but I don't see it. Makes me wonder, did I actually edit the right thing? So there's VHS effect V1. It's a bit of a, not a very good name for it, I guess. Effect V1. No. What about if I just type V1? Yeah, it's definitely not loading. Okay. Doesn't have any special requirements. Apply VHS effect. Why have I got the feeling that I've done the init wrong? Okay. Let's just ask him. There. Please check my init is correctly registering the new node. Yeah, there's no error, Pirate. Pirate GFX just said, feed the error into Claude and ask, but there was no error. If there was one, I couldn't find it. There's too much nonsense in this output for me to actually find the thing. Like, it's not there, basically. Can't see it. So, VHS effect V1, VHS effect V1. Enable, see, I mean, look, I will edit this, but it looks the same to me. I don't know. Let's try it. It could just be that the code is duff, you know what I mean? And so it doesn't load because it doesn't work. Copy all the nonsense into Claude and have him find it. Yeah, I will do eventually, if it doesn't load this time. But it's like I already know roughly what to look for, so it's like usually it's the init had a misspelling or something like that. So I'll try that first. VHS effect. Nope. Still nothing. Alright, let's do it. I'll say, where is the error, Claude? The new node does not load. Please look for the error. It's so lazy. It's really funny. There we go. There we go. So why? There might be a mismatch. Okay. It is correctly named. Okay, so it wants me to replace the contents of the script. So where is it? V for VHS effect. There we go. Save. What the heck? Why has it changed the class mapping? What's it done there? It's changed the class mapping. VHS effect V1. Seems like, is he hallucinating? Oh well. Well, it doesn't hurt to do a quick restart after you've effected changes, so I'm not really too bothered. But it does seem like he's being slippery right now. VHS effect. So if I look at triangles plus and go right down to the bottom, it's always matching the thing at the top, the class. Strange. Nope. Oh, wait. Gotta type it right. Still not working. Okay. Node registration for Comfy UI. Triangles plus V2. Triangles plus V2. Yeah, see, this doesn't... Yeah, this doesn't work. This doesn't work. I swear he's giving me duff code, which is very unlike Claude. Import CV2 could not be resolved. Well, you don't need to worry about that. VHS effect is not defined. See, this is weird, man. It should be this. I don't know why it's changed to that. Green. So strange. Let me just refresh it again. And by refresh, I mean restart the server. Because that's the thing. The error that it's giving is just what I wrote in the class mapping there. Unable to import. So it doesn't really tell you anything. It just says that it wasn't able... It doesn't tell you what the import error is. It just says there was one. Which doesn't really help me. There we go. It works now. So yeah, I was I shouldn't do that. See, I cheated and actually did it myself. I should have let him figure it out. So I cheated, and for that I apologize. But I want to test it. So for some reason he wrote that wrong, and so I fixed it. Lazy Analyst says Greek god X. I mean, perhaps. Are we talking about some kind of vapor fade reference here? I don't know. So I'm going to go like this, and then I'm going to go straight into a video combine. We're going to do it with 24 frames per second. We're going to do it on H.264. And we're just going to see what it does. Let's go. It can only crash. But we've got all these different options here you can mess around with if it works. It might just work. I mean, I did base it on one of my data moshing nodes, so it kind of should have been able to steal my homework a little bit there. Let's have a look and see what it's doing down here. What do you mean by Greek god X, lazy analyst? You've piqued my curiosity there. What do you mean? Is that a reference to something? Hey, 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 it works. It's a little bit crazy, but it does work. Just a green bar down one side of the screen there. So I wonder, does this guy have like recommended settings for this thing? VHS.high. Chrominance and luminance signals are separated. Chrominance and luminance channels compressed and processed separately. Images are then reassembled. So in the picture, luma compression rate is a slider. So I don't know what number he used. Luma noise sigma 30. See, I don't know what settings this guy has used for stuff. Alright, I got an idea. Please explain the function of all the parameters for the user readme.md. There we go. I'll create a readme. I'm probably going to have to do this again, but this is good. So let's see. Whoop. So values of 1 to 2 give subtle VHS-like degradation. Higher values create more extreme compression. Okay. This also creates film grain. Do you know what? This is interesting because you could probably use this to like noise video for then doing video to video type generation. So it's not just a post-processing. This could be a pre-processing effect as well. Negative values darken the noise. Positive values brighten the noise. So, you know, brighter or darker noise patterns. Chrominance. Higher value creates more. Okay. Chroma noise intensity controls intensity of color noise and interference. Simulates color distortion. Blur and distortion. Vertical smearing. Odd numbers only. Best used subtly for realistic effects. Huh. Okay. Well, it's certainly not using an odd number right now, so that might be a problem. Let's move this all the way up to... Whoa! Stop jumping around like a crazy person. Okay. So vertical blur, horizontal blur, odd numbers only. So these should both be odd numbers only. So I'll change them both to 3. Whoops. Oh, it is an odd number. It was 1. Okay. Chroma noise intensity, 10. 5 to 15. Okay, so change that to 5. Chroma compression rate is currently 1. So we could actually change that to like... Oh, right. Color bleeding. Border size, 1.7. Controls the size of the black border effect. 1.7 to 2.0. Okay. Let's try 2.0. And then, what's this? Generations 3. Simulates multi-generation tape copying. Let's go for 2. I'll dial that back. And then subtle color noise is 5. Wait. No, it's already on 5. Alright, let's try it again. Greek god X, you sound like him. Oh, well, maybe he is a brother from another mother. It could be just that. Or it could be that I got a blocked up nose. It could be either. Because I am sneezing and blowing my nose like crazy tonight. Looks like the COVID got me again. Right in the middle of my 7th booster. I mean, to be honest, this looks too strong to me. Do you know what I mean? It's too strong. We need to dial it back big time. Like, yeah, I mean, I guess it looks like... Hey, hey, says MZ, welcome. So the lazy analyst says I sound like Greek god X. I'll take the compliments wherever I can get them. But the node is working. I just need to turn it down a bit. So... Luma compression, 0.1 to 10. 1 to 2 gives subtle effects. 3 to 5 gives more extreme. So why don't we try... Let's try 0.5 and 0.5 for both of these. And keep reading. Noise, Luma, mean. Do you know what I might say? I'll say, do not rewrite the code, but give me a more subtle set of parameters to test. List them out here in your response. Okay. I'm just going to drag this over to one side so I can actually see both at the same time. So Luma compression 1.2, Luma noise signal 12. That's probably what was too high. 0 on noise mean, 1.4 here. Chroma noise intensity, we're going to go with 6. Vertical blur 3. Horizontal blur 3. Border size 1.5. And generations 2. Because again, this is still too much. It does look like VHS, I guess, but it looks like really worn out tape. I'm not trying to get that worn out, you know? So yeah, we're doing VHS in case you weren't, you know, I think it should be, yeah, it's right there on the screen. And I'm blowing my nose a lot. So yeah, this will be our first attempt, VHS effect V1. So in case you're wondering, I'm going to give a quote now. Attribution. So there it is. I go like VHS top high. That is the name of the thing. Ah, that's a bit more subtle. That is a bit more subtle actually. Okay. Is that woman real or just the background is different? It's just the background is different. Oh, wait a minute. No, it is. No, neither. The woman isn't real and the background isn't different. That's the original background. I swapped it out to get this one. I swapped it out. Because my thoughts are, right, if I was to then plug this video, so let's just save that preview there, right? If I now take that video and run it through here, when it's done, it will make it look less fake. It'll make it look less fake because it's all noisy. It must be off a VHS tape, right? I want to get the vertical stuff as well, the little... So we're going to do more than just this one, all right? Because I'm like, somebody already solved this in Python. I don't need to write it from scratch. I can just find somebody who has written it with an MIT license and just... I mean, this guy doesn't even put a license on his, actually. There is no license. So, credit where credit is due, right? Note. Inspired by this. And I'll just include that in my example. It's the best I can do. And yeah, as you can see here, look at that. It actually kind of makes it look more real. It does work. It's just still too strong. I need to make it a bit more subtle, I think. Where'd it go? Oh yeah, it's over here. So let's see. Please make it even more subtler. Subtler? Subtler. A hint of VHS. High quality tape that's only been played a few times. Alright? So, again, this will be 1.1. Noise Sigma 6. Noise mean 0. We'll say 1.2. Chroma noise intensity 3. We'll go to vertical blur 1 and 1, and the border size of 1, and the generations of 1. And we'll do it again. Cool. Oh, what created the woman? Ah, yes, of course. Okay, so basically, you must have missed that part of the stream. That's cool. So, what I did was I created a bunch of prompt lists with my... because this was created in LTXV, so let's start there, yeah? And if we go to the workflow, this is the workflow that actually created it. So this would be LTX video, native GJF plus face swap. Face swap just means you can create a face model and swap a face out. I haven't got any for a black lady though. And then GJF is right there. This is a quantized Q8, but you can use Q4 to fit it onto a smaller card. And then we have the VAE, obviously, and the clip. If we go all the way across, you can see that I'm currently rendering 4-second clips in 720p. Alright. 32 steps. And there she is. So that's rendered out in LTXV. It's currently the fastest local video generation model that you can run on your own PC. And I do have a 2-stage workflow somewhere. There we go. I have a 2-stage workflow for 8GB GPUs, which should still work. It should still work. Because currently on a 4090, I can do 10 seconds at 720p, which is pretty long. That's about twice as long as you'll get from the cloud with other leading video generation services. Yeah. So LTXV is the name of the model, and you can get my workflows up on GitHub. So they are all in the gut, as they say. DJZ workflows on GitHub. You can come down to Zoda LTXV video pack, and then you'll find it in the face swap section, because it does have face swap. I got 1-stage and 2-stage. I got a video, like a tutorial on the channel that released today, which explains how to use the 2-stage process. The basic difference is that this one does it all in one run, whereas the 2-stage version, you do the encoding to a latent file first, and then you load the latent file in a separate stage, which is a bit more memory efficient, because it's all about trying to fit it onto a smaller card. You know, anybody can generate video, but can you do it on an 8GB GPU? That's the challenge. You know, I've got a 4090, so I have 24, but the challenge is to do it on a smaller GPU. It might mean that you have to do a smaller resolution or less frames, but it should still run. It should still run. And you can expect this kind of quality out of it. So, for example, if I was to generate here, it's on random, right? So, same prompt, okay? Now, if I'm going to be smart about this, it's too late for that. I don't want to be too smart. I could do video variation, and I could get the exact same woman if I wanted to. but I'm going to try and go for a completely different woman that matches the same description. Okay. And also, like I say, we actually have workflows which can do the lip sync, so you can put your own audio in and then you can have it say what you want it to say as well. So what I'm doing at the moment is I'm messing around with video background replacement. Okay, so like we've got our video of person talking and we want to put her at a different location, so, and then we want to make her say something different. So I hope that explains everything for you. I know there's a lot of moving parts and different components to that, but the thing that I'm working on at the moment, obviously it's going to generate this. It doesn't take long either. Look, see the timer? It's going to take about a minute to generate that 4-second clip, which is not bad. I would say I get over 50% rejection rate. At the moment, I'm using everything. But the best stuff, you know, it's probably about, I don't know, I think Hun Yuan, which is another leading video model, which you can't make quite as big or quite as fast. Oh, you found me on Reddit? That's funny, I never post on Reddit. I should probably post on Reddit. So how did you find me, Lazy Analyst? I'm interested now. You've got me interested. How did you find me on Reddit? I'd love to know, because like I said, I think I might have a Reddit account, but I think I've used it twice. I haven't got anything against Reddit. I actually get a lot of really good information from Reddit. With Google being a bit like part of the dead internet these days, Reddit tends to be one of the only places I can get good information from. Okay, so aside from weird hand gestures that kind of morph a bit, this looks good. That's actually really good. It's surprising how good it is when you consider that it's totally fake. Okay, so let's get back to the task at hand. And glad to have you on board, Lazy Analyst. Thanks for joining. Bear in mind, there is a link in the description to join our Discord if you want to drill in a little bit deeper. We do share all kinds of stuff, images, workflows, LoRa's, GitHubs, all that good stuff. And in fact, what I want to do is I want to do a stage in the art hole later. But I want to get this VHS business done first. So thank you all for sitting in and watching me mess around. Okay. So right here, what we got. Ooh, that is really subtle. Look at that. That does actually kind of look like a broadcast. Damn. Mr. Super Fake Name, if you're up for a side quest, I posted my Discord node in workflow sharing. Oh boy, let me see that. Redial Discomfy. Let's open that up. Discomfy. Discord message. Message sent successfully. Attempt 1. Media path. So explain what this is. So, okay. Night Street Festival in the year 5000. Filigree hot pink neon black suede LEDs. So clone this in our custom nodes. Yeah. So install your custom node. Yeah. Install requirements. For standalone embedded Python, it looks like this. Python embedded Python pip install. Okay, well I've got a batch file that'll do that. So I don't, I'll just run it from here, and that will work. So I might have an easier way for you to get this section done. By the way, in my custom nodes, in my DJZ nodes, I include a batch file called installportable.bat. It doesn't matter what custom node you run it in. If you run it in any custom node folder, it will install the requirements.txt. That's what it's for. Because I got annoyed where I have to test everything so often, right? And often, if it's not in the Comfy Manager, you can't install the project. And so I want to test things before they're in Custom Manager, right? Otherwise, I'm waiting like everybody else. So what I did was I made this. What it does is it activates the ENV, you could say, or rather I should be more accurately saying it uses the Python in the embedded folder to install whatever's in the requirements.txt. So maybe I'll do yeah. Wait, no, because then I'll have to git clone it. See, I've always thought, isn't it a bit... See, if I fork... I think I have to fork it. And then I have to do a pull request. Oh, wait, no. First I've got to add the file. So hang on, go back. Go to my version of your node. It's been a while since I've done this, okay? So I go upload file, add the thing, commit, and then do a pull request. New pull request. And it will say just this file. Create pull request. Added portable install.bat. makes it easy for comfy UI portable users to install a node that is not in the comfy UI manager yet. There we go. I done a pull request on your node that you just released, because it's just a batch file. It won't. It's like the zero effort pull requests. Here, take my batch code. Right. All right. So there we go. I'll leave that alone for now and go back to your thing. Keep reading. Get a Discord token, create a new bot, name it, enter your guild ID. So this is really cool. This is just like if you've ever played 5M roleplay, something like that, and they have a phone in the game which you can take pictures in game. Those pictures get immediately posted to the Discord for the game server, or any other video game, like for that matter. This is kind of how they do it. But the difference is this is for the comfy. I like this. I might have to check this out and use it on stream. Because a lot of the time I'm doing stuff I'd like to post to the Discord. So that's cool. Okay. Lazy Analyst said, someone recommended you for agencies that are actively making money off AI as part of their existing videography, photography, design income streams. Well, you got that part right. But I also do consultancy, which is just talking about AI. Can you tell? All I do is talk about AI. For money, but also for free. I'd like to do both. Well, Lazy Analyst, you've come to the right place, because that is literally what we've been focusing on for the last couple of days. So, Lazy Analyst says, I've been periodically checking in on AI to see when the face swap lip sync ends up being perfect. Haven't seen it yet, but seems to be getting better and better. And yes, it is. Now, I've got to admit, it's definitely not perfect, but it's getting there. Alright, so let me just show you where I'm at with my current cobbled together business. Obviously, I've wanted to go a little bit further. So I want to have reproducible news anchors that can go in any location. So this is why we've got video foreground, video background, okay? So I've got, this is my lip syncing. So what I'll do is I'll quickly give you the shakedown right here. So what I think I need to do is I need to get the... Let's see. Let's just pull a different prompt. So if I go into my prompt section, I go to news reporter on location, right? So let's see if we can get someone that looks or sounds a bit like me. There we go. An experienced white male reporter with salt and pepper hair. I don't know what that means. Pinstripe suit and gold tie. This is going to be interesting. So first of all, we obviously need a reporter, right? I've got loads of them, okay? I could just use one from the archive, but I want to give you the proper rundown. Okay. So what I'll do, Mr. Super Fake Name, is I will probably get this set up, but I'll probably do it off stream because there's a load of secret stuff you have to plug in to get the bot to work. So I'll probably do it off stream and then do a little showcase for you because I love this sort of stuff. I think this is really cool. But yeah, this is like the end result, and then I'll probably do the lip sync before I do this bit. Okay? Audio. So this is like a demo with a very, very slight, because I think the AI always looks better if you add a bit of noise to it. This is probably a bit heavy, to be honest, and you should probably do the noise thing last, but do you know what I like? When she moves, it's doing this, look at the lines, can you see that? It's very subtle, but it's like, this is the sort of thing that you used to get from old video. Okay. So this is actually solid. I'm gonna release this. So let's just go over to the custom nodes. And we have to put in an example as well. Yeah. See, it's quite a lot of work that needs to be done there. So upload files. And let's go back. And where is it? So we're going to need the init node, init.py, right? And then the VHS effect. Drag that in there. Commit. Now the next thing I want to do, not there, here maybe, yeah, here we go, to update the index. And then to update the node. Oh! I didn't get to the button in time. Oh. Right then. Watch this. Core. Salty. Right. If I go into my beautiful Klein plugin, which is going to use Claude over API, okay, I'm going to go like this, but instead I'm going to put the name of my new node in. So VHS underscore effect underscore V1 dot py. There it is. Go. Ooh. Okay. Be the best in your field. Become dangerous. Those are the two pieces of advice for the day. And there it is. Check that out. Boom. We now have our full explanation of what the node does, what all the controls do, recommended values, what to expect. It's all in the gut, as they say. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add that too. Right? So then not only have we made the custom node with AI, but we've made the documentation with AI too. So let's just get that VHS document. There it is. And that's not all. This is why I saved that prompt as well. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this prompt. Okay? What this prompt does is it updates the index. So it searches for nodes that haven't been added yet and then puts them in the correct alphabetical order. Alright? So again, new task, add it in, go. Don't have to worry about it. Just get it done. And it's going to pop open my index. Here it is. It's reading the file. VHS effect is missing. I'll add it between triangles and Zenkai prompt. Boom. Done. Okay, so let's just scroll down. I got a lot of custom nodes, guys. Keep going. There it is. Doesn't have a link yet because we haven't finished making that. Alright, so there it is. Done and done. So now what I want to do is update that file. Alright, so where is my folder of files? There it is. We want to go to the index, the DJZ nodes index.md. So that would be this one. I'm going to plug that in as well. Commit. And so now obviously I'm going to want to test it, make sure it didn't screw things up for me. So I'll scroll all the way down and I will use detailed nodes documentation first. And then we'll scroll all the way down and we'll find VHS effect. Click on it and there we have our documentation sorted out. And there's one more thing left, which is to update this front page now. Update the actual README because we're missing. It probably is going to go in the video directory tools. I'm not sure. It might go in with image processing. It depends what it thinks it is. Be interesting to find out, actually, don't you think? Now, what did I call? I don't think I wrote. Do you know what? Let's just show more features. More features for Klein. So here we go. My README is woefully outdated. I need to update it to reflect what this project is about. That's the one. So let's see that prompt. There it is. Without losing any information that's already in the document. These prompts are very simple, but they do give good context on what I'm trying to do. All right. So what I'll do is close that. Enter it in again. And I do think I'll save this as well. Update main readme.md. Save that. And let's see if he can figure it out. Okay, let's see if that video is now finished. It should be by now. Where are we? Here maybe? No. Here maybe? No. Here maybe? Yeah. Right. So here's our dude. The camera's kind of moving around quite a bit there. And I've got a really nice background as well. I might not want to change that actually. But for the sake of what we're doing. So let's take that. And I'll put him in front of the building that we already have. Okay. So let's take this guy. Put him in front of the building. Run that. Should be interesting because the camera's moving quite a bit, but the background doesn't. So it'll be interesting to see if that holds up. Okay, so it looks like we've updated it. Now, where did it put it? Yep, it put it into the image processing. That's interesting. Alright, it seems to have added some more stuff. I don't know. Right. What I'm going to do then is I'm going to upload that as well. New README. Like I said, we're just saving hours and hours and hours of working, of like man. We're saving man hours here. So what I want to do is I want to find the README. There's the README. Upload that. Commit. Now we're going to want something funny to say, yeah? So let's get Audacity and skip. Okay. Now let me see if I can think of something off the cuff here. The UK Chancellor admitted today that she's been getting free haircuts and hasn't declared them. But don't worry, they're very bad haircuts. It's not very good off the cuff, but you know, whatever. Haircuts. Not tax cuts. Haircuts. She's an, oh no, that'd be even better. Oh, I missed a trick there. I should have said the UK Chancellor is announcing cuts, but they're just haircuts. No, it's still not. The jokes need work. Okay, all right. It's important not to try too hard. So let me just drop that off. It's so silly. All right, I'm just being silly. Okay. Now then, what I want to do is I want to use that for my dubbing target. Okay. So if I now go back to my workflow where I have the dubbing. So have we finished this yet? No, we're still chugging away. We're still chugging away. So in a minute, we're going to get a new video, and then I'll use that video with the lip sync. But for now, we want to upload that audio that I just made, haircuts. And, you know, there's a lot you can do with audio processing to make it sound less like I'm just shouting at a microphone in an office. You know, like add a bit of ambient wind noise, maybe some cars driving past. But we can synthesize all of that stuff too. We don't need to get asset libraries or anything like that. And if I sound bunged up, it's because I am. I'm just blowing my nose and sneezing like a madman. And then the last step would be to put it through VHS effect on this setting here, because it's quite subtle. And I think it'll end up looking a bit like something off the telly. That's the idea anyway. So, oh, we're blending. We're blending. Okay, we can get rid of this guy for now. So the node is out, the documentation is out, the index is updated, the readme is updated. So what's left? You want to get an example. Oh, I think I just finished. Yeah. You see how, because it was moving, it kind of looks a bit weird? It kind of looks a bit weird, but that's okay. That's all right. It's just a different video, do you know what I mean? Where the camera isn't moving around like a drunk sailor. So what I'll do is I'll take video 03. I just wanted to show you we can control where he is as well as who he is, right? We also have a way of generating this exact person in many times, but I'll get there eventually. Like I said, there's so many moving parts to this. So now what we'll do is we'll upload that there, this guy here, and process that one. Oh no, I just did 100 of them. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Delete them all. Just have the one task, thank you. Melton Province, welcome. He says, hi everyone. Lazy Analyst says, hope you feel better. Seems like a lot of colds going around. I know, I only had one a week ago. 2 weeks ago I was recovering from a cold. Now I've got another one. Unbelievable. I'm not happy about it. I don't know, I need somebody to blame. Maybe I'll blame lack of sleep. And I know exactly how to fix it too. Get up even earlier and sleep even less. That seems like a reasonable fix. Okay, now because audio never sounds good when it's playing out of speakers into another microphone, I will save the output of this generation and I will throw it into the Discord under image sharing. I'm going to throw it in here. So if you are wanting to see it in like decent quality so you can assess whether it looks good or whatever, the lip syncing itself. And I will point out it's got seed, so that means you could probably just generate 10 of them and pick the one that looks best, okay? But essentially I will put the video in here so you can actually, you know, evaluate it without having to deal with the fact that I'm playing music and talking and through speakers into my mic. But yeah, I think this should give you a good idea. It is very quick though, I will say that much. How are we doing here? For some reason it hasn't actually started yet. Doing inference. Ah, it was loading the model, I think. Because that's hidden in this. You don't see it, but it's loading the model in this node. So it looks like it's doing something now. I don't know, I always get a little bit shaky when it says stuff like 0%. But we'll come back to that. I have other fish to fry in the form of this example node here, right here. Now, do I have RainBG video? Yeah, there we go. So if I just copy that, and then plug it in. Oi, why can't I move? Oh, bottleneck. Whoa. VHS effect V1. Okay, and we're just going to say here, we're going to say VHS effect V1, and this one will be DJZ nodes examples. Yes. Copy that. Save as that, and then export that, and then I'll go over to my workflows pack. There's my workflows pack. Go over to DJZ nodes examples, and then upload that file. It's all just lots of little jobs in rapid succession. That's still doing well. It's not. Is it finished? No, it's not finished yet. Okay, and then the last thing to do, obviously, is to get that link and add it to the other file. So there's the workflow. Go back over here. Go to detailed nodes documentation. Edit it. And then go down to the VHS node. Where is it? There it is. And we'll just replace that hash. Whoa. What did it just do? It just did something stupid. Stop trying to automatically code for me. I did the code already. There we go. Code. I put code in your code. Don't do that. So if I put mouse over... Yep, there it is. A link to the example workflow. That's what I wanted to see. So that is now up to date. Okay. And like I say, once we get our new talking head, it took 263 seconds. So I'm going to do the example that I share. I'm going to use this. Okay. Not that one. That one. That's the one we just made. Now I appreciate it. Looks a bit weird with the it looks a bit weird with the fact that the camera's bobbing around like a drunk sailor. Okay, but that's just a case of generating a new overlay on top there. Okay, looking at the comments, let's see. Lazy Analyst. How has Claude's VS Code agent thingy been working out? Seems like a lot smarter than dealing with Cursor. But I don't know. I'm still a lowly chatbot user. Yeah, to be honest, listen. Cursor is actually amazing. And there are things that Cursor does which this doesn't. This is amazing at writing code. And but I have doubts over how aware it is of everything, okay? So let me give you an example of what I mean, okay? In Cursor, it's aware of everything in all of these files, okay? It's aware of everything in all these files and folders, okay? But I think that with this, I need to tell it, look inside this folder, and it might just shortcut to, I saw the file names. It won't look in the files, whereas Cursor will. So like, when I'm using Claude, often I'm using projects, right? Let's see if I can find it. So if I go to projects, I have all these different projects, okay? So if I go into my Hunyuan video agent, it's only got 3 files, but it needs to be aware of all of them and their contents. It can't just sort of skim over it. It needs to know everything, right? And unless I actually say to Klein, look at this file, look at this file, look at this file, right? I don't think it actually pays attention to every single file, okay? And I might be wrong, but I think that Cursor does. You have to obviously tell Cursor to be aware of all that stuff. See, I'm quite new to Klein, but I think this is really good. I love this. I use this more now than I use this one. Where is it? Where is it? Oh man, did I just destroy what I was doing? Hang on, go back. There, this one. VHS effect. Yeah. Okay. But saying that, like I said, I can get my documentation done in here, no problemo. So it seems to work okay. We are going to hunt for another VHS effect as well, because we've got one in the bag. That's not enough. I want to make a V2, which has got even more stuff. But I think I finished. Let's see. Yep, 96 seconds for the dubbing. So let's just grab that. Oh wait, not there. Here. Wait, what?
But don't worry, they're very bad haircuts. The UK Chancellor admitted today that she's been getting free haircuts. Don't worry.
So the expressions could be better. So it's like you want to talk like the guy looks, you know, don't try to do expressions that you don't have, which I didn't do there. But I'm going to show you anyway. I've got it on ping pong. So even though the audio was longer than the video, it's going to just play it backwards. Now, obviously, it's possible to change that. So one thing I've been doing lately is generating longer video segments. But you got normal, ping pong and loop. Now I wouldn't use loop unless I actually have a loop. But ping pong is useful because if you have a 4-second video and you have a 6-second audio, like I had a 9-second audio there. So it's like actually it's gone forward, back and forward again. Not my best. Not my best. I think I might do a different one. 20-30 cars. Let's try that one. See how it looks. So this would be a shorter lines, and see how he comes out. It's usually pretty good, but like I said, sometimes I have to do a couple of generations because the seed, you might get a bad seed basically. Okay, off it goes. 208 frames, transforming. Okay. The camera movement sucks. It looks like he's floating around. I probably want to make another one of those. Oh yeah, I did mention about video variation as well, but bumpity beedly doo. I want to do it in a fancy way, so if I go take that up there for a minute and then do text box, right, and then I'll just take this, put it in there, plug that in there, plug that into here, there we go. So we're not using my prompt list, we're just putting in a specific prompt, but then what we're doing is we're adding a 32-bit hex code to the end of the prompt, which is randomized, but only within 20 hex codes. So it's got a very tight variation, and what it'll do is on fixed seed, obviously it'll be a completely, whoops, it's changed anyway, it doesn't matter. If I fix that seed there, but leave this on random, it'll give me video variation. So if I click one now, and then the next one that it makes will be the same character, usually in the same location, but he'll be talking slightly differently, he might be looking around slightly differently, all of that stuff. So it's like a video variation seed system that we've built, okay? Cool. I am so congested, it's unreal tonight. I was fine yesterday. Okay. Because I want to see if I can get one which doesn't have...
They're going to ban cars by 2030 and we'll all be walking.
That one's pretty good. That one is pretty good. I'll save that and run that one through the system here. I've got a couple of lines that I use interchangeably with all of this stuff.
You're listening to 5 Below
Okay, so remember, we're only doing 4 seconds at the moment because it's a little bit less time to wait. Alright, so while we're waiting for that, I'm going to try and hunt down another thing. So in Klein, hang on, let me just read it. Mr. Super Fake Name says, so in Klein you can tell it to push it to GitHub for you. With that Discord node, I just told Klein, clone this, my repo URL, make the README better, and update the repo, and it just did it. That's really cool. See, I must admit, I do like doing a lot of stuff like that myself, because I'm a little bit like OCD, but you're probably right. I probably should save the time and just do that. The Lazy Analyst, try those Neilmed sinus rinses. They sometimes help out with my congestion. Yeah, do you know what? Maybe I need to get that kettle thing. I just run boiling water through one nostril and tip my head to the side. Maybe that'll help. Sometimes I just go to the public swimming pool and go underwater for a couple of wits. Yeah, just let the chlorine get in there and do its business. Yeah, I used to say Jesus take the wheel, and this isn't a religious reference, but now I just say Claude take the wheel. That's in response to Mr. Super Fake Name saying, at this point, AI has the wheel and we're all just here for the ride. I don't remember if I read that out. If I did, the cold is getting into my head. And I literally can't remember what I said 5 seconds ago. How are we doing? Ooh, we've got a new one. That's pretty good. Let's change the location. I like that. Where is it? So here we go. We'll change the location. This guy, yeah. And you know what? I haven't even showed you the face swapping stuff yet. So let's do that as well, yeah? We'll run that. Go back. Go back. Here. Right, see this? We've already got it plugged in down bottom. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say face model swap. Now, in case you were wondering, the face model that we're using today is Titus. Oh man, Titus. And if we just take off the creator section, so it's going to apply Titus. I'm not going to do batch thief. This is a way for me to do a quick preview of 1 second without doing the whole thing. I'm not doing that, so I'm Control B on there. As you can see, this is a different one that's been swapped for 1 second. And remember, I do have this set up already. So what we should get is the same guy, but slightly different. He does have a bit of a narrow and tall head, which isn't, you know, so it will try and fit that face onto his tall and narrow head. So it might look a bit weird, but that's just a consideration for the swapping. Right? But like I said, it was very easy just to make a face, use it as a safe tensors model, and then apply it using Reactor Titus. Very simple. It supports occlusion as well. So if you have like long hair over one side of the face, it's not going to like try and put the face through the hair. So it does support occlusion. All right, let's see what it's actually doing. It's up here doing a background swap. So while it's working on that, I'm going to carry on looking for new VHS code. So we've already done this one. This one was great. But let's see if we can't find another one. What's this? That's the same code. That's the same code. I don't know if that's the same code, but look how long it is. I have no idea what that is. I'm going to be real. It's long and complicated. But it is this that I need to look at, I think. So I might have to look at that, even though it's like, ugh. Look, ntscqt.py a lot of things. See, it's referencing other scripts. Do you know what I might do? I might just ask Claude, what scripts does this reference? So let's start a new chat without getting ahead of ourselves. Let's just drag that in there and say, what other scripts, if any, I'm sure there are required by this script for the functions to run? Question mark. God, I retyped it and still screwed it up. There. What other scripts, if any, are required? And I'll say, name the scripts, name the expected path for that script. Let's see if he can give me a shopping list. So app.py, breeze resources for dark theme, translation, also requires external Python packages. That's okay. So it's just app. There might be more in app. Okay, right. Let's get the app file. It's going to be in here, isn't it? App.oh, there's loads of them. There's loads of them. It's also not called app. It's called NTSC app. So that makes me wonder if there's actually even more files. Or if that's the only one. I mean, are you telling me fibs? NTSC app, there it is. NTSC app, or contains NTSC app. Okay, he's just being silly. That's alright. It is this one. So let's just download that and continue our little investigation. Oi! That's not what I wanted. There we go. I have attached the NTSC app.py. Please continue. Oh, looks like that's finished. So what's it doing now? It's generating another one. Right. So as you can see the video variation, it's giving me the same character in the same location, but it's slightly different, right? I can't even remember why I wanted to do that now. But I'll save it anyway. And we can go here, and do that. Oh yeah, that's what, I remember now. It's because we're doing the face swapping, aren't we? Okay, so let's actually wait for the face swapping before I carry on. So I want to see it with Titus. I'm going to swap this man with Titus's face, which is a little bit strange. But I think, because like I said, the shape of the face is wrong. Okay, so let's see what I missed. Lazy Analyst says, swimming pool is great too. I was reading from a medical journal that our ancestors had healthier sinuses from doing exactly that, but with oceans. Yep, the salt helps. One thing I do is when you have a cold, you can get these little electronic devices which put out steam, but it's salt steam, yeah? It's like atomized or nebulized steam. It's actually a medical device as well. They're quite cheap. They can run off USB or batteries. And you put saline, you know, like saline solution in the top, and it atomizes salt, and then you just breathe through it. And apparently it's simulating the atmosphere in a salt cave. If you go down into the caves, there are caves which have loads of salt, and it smells like salty, right? It's in the air. And apparently that's also a good cure as well. So you can buy those. So more stuff you can do. Matter of fact, I've actually got one here. I don't know, it might need a new salt caplet put inside of it though. It's not, I haven't used it for ages. We are swapping faces. It's a 4-second video, so there's 105 frames and they're 720p. So it's doing a considerable amount of work right now. Only concern is that this face is a little bit large. I mean, small. So if this is, you got to think, if this is 1280 by 720, that is much smaller than 512 by 512, which is basically the perfect, see, face size is set to 512. Does it actually? No, we'll have to wait. It might tell us what the face size in it is in the next stage. Yeah, when it gets to the masking helper, sometimes it's going to actually tell us what it thinks it is. Alright, let's see how Claude's doing. Oh my goodness. Based on the NTSC document, there are additional required scripts. Interlaced renderer, config, logs, renderer, funcs. Oh boy, so this is like distributed script with loads of different stuff, and a lot of it is actually related to the UI. Core application logic is in app, so we don't need logs. Do we need the config dialog class? Might be useful because it might tell us what parameters we need. Interlaced renderer looks like fun. Default renderer is definitely something we need. Okay. If I needed to extract code that is used to generate the VHS effects for use in a new single script, what list of files would be required to develop that from this source? Because I could just put a project together that has all of these files. So what do I need? I need ntscpy and I need funcs.py. Everything else, yeah. It would be helpful to see app.ntsc. Your wish is my command. Wait, didn't I just show you that though? Are you got, like, what? He's going mad. There is no, okay. I'm just going to make him read it. These are the files contained inside the app folder. Hell yeah, Claude. He's got eyes. You might need parts of. So, ring pattern. Got it. ntscpy, ring pattern, funcs. Alright, let's see if he can figure it out. So if I go over to my VHS project, right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete the code from the previous, okay, and then we're going to start downloading code, and we'll grab as many things as we can. Am I in the right folder here? Hang on, I feel like I've just jumped to a completely different NTS, yeah, JARGS is the one I want. The other one's written in, is it Go? I can't remember. Or is it Ruby? I can't remember. I think the other one is written in a completely different language. So we need NTSC, ring pattern. What was the other thing he wanted? Funcs. Functions. Oh, I see why he asked me now. He's like, oh, what's that other one, bro? NTSC. Download that. Okay, so let's give him that to chew on. Let's look at that one first. It needs, yeah, he does need the other one as well. That's okay. We're going to get that too. Calm down. That's weird. It won't let me see this. Huh. How strange. Alright, take a look at ring pattern, my guy. Oh, wait, what? NPY. Ah, that's why. Oh. That's a numpy. It's raw binary. I can help you convert this to a proper numpy array. What? Numpy array? Let me help you create standalone VHS implementation. Here's how we can proceed. First, let's save the ring pattern data. Create a script called generateRingPattern.py. Then, create a minimal standalone script called VHSEffect.py. What? Do you know what? I might try and do it in this conversation rather than make a project. Just do it in this conversation. Here we go. I need to create a new custom node for Comfy UI named VHS Effect v2.py. It should be based on VHS Effect v1.py. Oh yeah, we're going to mess around. Do it like that. Case sensitivity matters. It should be based on VHS Effect v1. However, the internal processing functions should be based on the new code we are discussing. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to attach that script that we made earlier. Be based on that with regard to the input/output formatting of the batch image sequence to be processed. However, the internal image processing functions should be based on the new code we are discussing in this conversation. Go. I'll help you do it, he says. And off he goes. This is fun, look at this. SPLPEP. Huh. Right, I gotta go and check the plumbing, ladies and gents, so I'm gonna throw up one of my beautiful videos from yesterday. It's gonna be some drifting. And I'll be right back. Probably should have grabbed a drink while I was out, shouldn't I, eh? That's all right. Right, I'm back. I never even got to the face swapping. Where is the face swapping? Aha! There we go, look. The face swap doesn't look too bad. It looks a bit like Mr. Bean, but then I think Titus does if you squidge his face around a little bit. Maybe that's why he's such a popular character. Anyway, So now what I want to do is I want to put this character in here. Come on, wake up. There we go. And then we'll do the swap. Go. Oh man, sneezing hard. It does look familiar. I'm just having a sneezing fit here, guys. Don't mind me. I suppose that could be a gag in itself, couldn't it? You know, have all of the men have the same face but different facial proportions. That might actually be a pretty good bit. I don't know. Oh, surely that is all of the... No. Oh, anyway. Sneezing like I'm allergic to something when there's nothing here. Okay. Yeah, it's just doing that. So when that's done, I'll put that back into the dubber and do a different set of lines. And then I think we should be good. Oh. I am actually blowing my nose. I'm not just like just sneezing and then just doing nothing about it. Right. So we've got a node. Look at that. We've got a node. So I guess... Oh. Place both ring pattern and VHS. Oof. Okay. Is there any way we can use this node without those two files, perhaps by incorporating the code that we need into our new node standalone? Alright, now before I run this, I'm actually going to download this because it might be that it works. You know, you can always it's just I don't like just sticking other people's work. I like to at least, you know, at least have a go. Do you know what I mean? In fact, it's fine. Like this. I can't copy it because it's just a copy. Yeah, and I haven't got a problem with putting these in. It might be that you have to use ring pattern NPY. See what he has to say. Oh. Okay, processing ended. So there we go. We've taken that node with and it's the face swapped version, look. And we've got our new background, which could have been anything, right? There we have our character talking in front of the thing. A little bit of a strange thing going on at the bottom of the screen, but that's fine, because remember, we did 735, remember? 1280 by 736 or something. So that means that we're going to be cropping the bottom and the top, or the bottom. Do you know what I mean? We're going to crop a little bit off anyway. So if we have some funny overlapping stuff, like you can just about see here, look, we've got a couple of pixels which don't quite fit, but that's fine because we're going to crop it anyway. That's one of the reasons why I generated the videos to be slightly too large. Okay, so let's just upload that video there. There it is. And then we're going to use a different audio. We'll do the landfill one. And run it. And then obviously last, we'll put it through the VHS. But we're working on a new VHS. So that's what I'm doing right now. Oh. Remove the dependency on external files by generating the ring pattern programmatically. Now, that might be a failure. So we might have to come back to that. Enhanced noise generation to be more authentic. I don't know how he's determined that. Added proper tape speed effects. Improved color bleeding. Made ringing effect look more authentic with F. Wow, Furia fast transform. That's crazy. Standalone version can be used by simply placing the single Python file. Good. Save that. And then I'm going to want to do a new file and just paste it. And then we're going to do a save as. Now, I could have done this with the API call, right? I could have done this with... But I wanted to show you, you don't have to have an API service. You can just do it in a conversation like I just showed you, okay? Have a big, long conversation. You know, mark the tent poles of where you want your structure to be. Give him an example that looks like the tent you're trying to put up. And then let him have at it. And then now we're going to see what happens next. So I'm going to call this one VHS underscore effect underscore v2 dot py. And obviously we're going to say all files. I could find Python, but this will be fine. Now he's going to try and save it into DJZ Gits. And I want to get it fast. So I'm just going to save it to downloads. Go to downloads, grab the file, copy it, and then we'll put it into the correct location, which is right here, VHS effect v2. And then obviously I'm going to have to add it to my init. So I'm going to do that much manually, right? So if I go down to the bottom, we can see that it's called VHS effect v2, like that. So if I go to my init, where's my init? There's my init, there we go. And we're going to go do. And I'm just going to temporarily put that there, which is bad. But I'll get away with it because I'll cut it and delete the line. And we're just going to... Oh, wait. We can just say 2. I don't need to copy it, actually. Oi. 2. And 2. Save that. Oh, my nose is feeling better for a minute, so maybe I'll have a little bit of peace now. Okay, so that one's done. We can close that. Close that. Even though we'll probably be updating those in a minute. If this works, you know, obviously we'll be testing that soon. So let's just get rid of that. I need to open up the new file. Did I put it in the right? Yeah, I have, yeah. There it is. There's the file. Now, does it have any new prereqs? I don't think it does. I think that... And as a matter of fact, if you needed to know, say you're working on a node, and you want to know, do I need to actually install any new... do I need to install new dependencies with requirements, right? Do I need to do that? I created something called Pitman. It has its own web UI project, but I made like a batch file version first. So if I run Pitman, it's already set up to use Python embedded Python for the install of Comfy that I'm using, okay? So if I, not that one. Look. Stop being silly. There we go. So as you can see at the top, these are the imports, right? So if I go to check version, what we're doing is we're checking what we already have in Comfy, because there's no need to install stuff that we already have, right? So CV2, not found. Okay, so maybe we have to install CV2. I'm kind of surprised about that, because that's why I checked that one first, because I could have sworn that we've actually got that. But anyway, obviously we've got NumPy. Yeah. obviously we've got torch, right? So actually there is one there that we need to install perhaps. Or then we got SciPi. We've obviously got Skippy for Enum. Hang on a minute. I don't think CV2 and Enum are actually this is what I don't think they're actually pit packages. We'll soon find out. And then we got math. Whoa. I need to type 4 first and then math. Not found. Math. Interesting. Okay. So like I said, it's a good way to do it, but then again, maybe not. So what's this? CV2 could not be resolved. Best thing to do is just to ask Claude. Do I need to add any dependencies to my requirements .text attached? Whoops. What is it? Initial attached? Requirements. Chuck that one in there. Okay, and while it's thinking about that, let's go back to the results. So now we have our man, and he's talking there. So I think. Oh wow, that's really good. I'm gonna add that to the images section. So there it is. Wow, I can't believe how that worked. That worked really well. I don't know. I think it gets better all the time. And you could probably get a better seed than that. We have to bury it all in the landfill. Anyway. Jokes. Okay, so now we've saved that. Let's run it through the VHS. Oh, in February, huh? Well, I'll be ready. It'll just form the stream. So Lee Poznowski has come along and said, welcome, by the way, good to see you. New tools coming from Black Forest Labs in February for Comfy UI. So that would be this page, which I keep refreshing endlessly. Pretty sure. What's up next? Could it be Flux Video? I think it might be. So yeah, we're going to be looking at Flux Video February then. We finally got a date. Thanks, Lee. Appreciate it. Appreciate the inside line right there. Well, maybe not inside line, but certainly appreciate. I didn't have any dates, so I assumed it would be soon because they put this page up, but nobody really knows how soon. So certainly this looks good though. I like the way they've presented it on their website. It's a very cool way to kind of tease Flux Video. I wonder if they'll just call it Flux Video. What do you guys think? Announcements. Welcome to the forest. Flux in FP4. What? FP4 Flux? But that's tiny. But it'll still be better than SDXL Lightning, I guess. Yeah, Flux. So Flux Dev, Ultra and Raw modes. Oh my goodness. So 4 times higher image resolution with Flux Pro. No compromise in speed. Ultra mode. This enables image generation at 4 times the resolution. 10 seconds per sample. So that sounds to me like they make Schnell Pro. Because at the moment, Schnell is kind of like not getting any love. Let's see. All they did was update the full model, the dev model. They didn't update. There was no Schnell 2, which I think we all would have appreciated. Recreation of real and generated images. So yeah, this is going to look good. Whatever the case, I'll be covering it. We'll probably spend the entire evening just looking at this when it comes out. Click on the top link, this one. What top link? Ah, okay, right. It did actually go to a different page. So that's on January 3rd, so that was like a week ago. Right. Yeah, I've already seen, I think I've already seen this. 3D creation is something interesting as well. But you need video to be able to make 3D. So there's definitely going to be a Flux Video model. BF16 and FP4. Wow, it's almost identical. Impressive. Impressive. In a way, FP4 actually looks better. Which is really quite interesting. I wonder what the prompt for this was. Woman is creating COVID in the lab. Oof! Alright. You're not allowed to say that. But I'm just joking though. I'm not even important. Don't worry about it. Okay. So, let me just see. I need to catch up. Catch up! So we've got our new script, but CV2 could not be resolved. Now I could have sworn that Comfy already has CV2, because there's other nodes that use CV2, but maybe it is the case that I need to actually update my... See, I don't see it. Open CV Python. Okay, there we go. So we do need to add some extra stuff. But I've already got NumPy and Torch and Skippy. I've already got those. We checked. So we only actually need to add OpenCV Python. Okay. Yikes. Right then. So where's my requirements.txt? It's in here somewhere. There it is. Right, did we actually need matplotlib? I don't think we did, but we'll leave it there, it's fine. We'll make sure that you've got it. And then we'll go back here and we'll do install portable. So that is going to install the requirements. That's funny, look at that. Matplotlib. Not seeing Trimesh, Archery, Map, OpenCV Python. Ah, the reason I couldn't find CV2 when I looked it up with Pitman is because it's actually, yeah, it's actually called OpenCV Python. So yes, you do have that. You do have that. It's already installed, so I don't need to worry about it. All right. So that's just me not typing the correct package name rather than it not being there. Okay. So that means I should be able to do a restart now. Are we finished? Yep, we're finished. So we'll do a restart. And here is the VHS version, right? Oh crap, of course, it's turned off right now, so I can't save it. Give me a sec. Gotta let it restart. So Lee Posnowski says, no, not video, click the top link. It's a connection to 3D programs with depth maps, I suppose. Oh, okay. So like a plug-in for Blender. Electrolab, I taught an actual real-life panda to play guitar, and now AI is after me. Shh. That sounds like a good title for tomorrow, maybe. Lee Posnowski says, 3D guided generative AI. Sorry, don't mean to spam. No, it's cool. Always post news in the chat when I'm live. It's fine. Gives me something to talk about while we're waiting for generations to complete. Okay, I'm going to put that one in there. So this is the VHS processed version. So we'll just give it a thing. I'll say VHS effect V1 output. Alright. So then you have the normal version and the VHS version. That actually looks... Look at that. When you blow it up, you can see. All right. When you blow it up, it doesn't look good, but it doesn't look bad either. It just looks like old time footage. You see what I mean? Which is kind of crazy, to be honest. Okay. Move this guy out the way. And I'm just moving some things around on the other side here. There we go. Minimize that. Right. So now we've got this restarted. We should be able to see VHS Effect V2. So this will be a completely different script. And to be fair, like I said, I always like to try and include credits. So where did we get it from? We got it from this. And this one. Inspired by that. We can get rid of this. Put that up there. Now, it might not work, guys. It's totally normal for things to not work on the first attempt. Okay, change this to say V2. There we go. And let's give it the latest. Oh, well, it's already on the latest version, I think. No, it's not. Or maybe it was. Yeah, it is. It is actually. Okay. Question is though, no, it doesn't. It doesn't affect it. Alright, cool. So let's try it out. Will it crash? Let's find out. Ugh! Uh-oh. Right, let's give it the proper error. So this is a good one. Oof. Look at all that. Nasty. OpenCV. Function feature is not implemented. Oof. So let's go back to our chat. And we'll say here, home, I received the following error when running the new node. Let's see what happens. Let's modify apply tape speed effects to handle the data types correctly. We'll make similar changes to other methods. Now, this requires that you actually know where to put the new code, which is no good. Please show the contents of the complete script, updated script as a single complete file. He's just trying to save on tokens, which is fine, but you know. Electrolab says, I don't think you spanned. DJ, maybe use the VHS effect a little gently or more dynamically, like the TV antenna was blowing in the wind. If you know, you know. The funny thing is that that's kind of like an interpolation effect that would take place over the course of a video. And I'm hoping that maybe V3 can help me with stuff like that. Right now I'm trying to give a very basic, you know, I'm trying to get the basics down. That's what I try to do. I step up the complexity, because I think if you try to get too much in one go, it goes a bit funny. Like right now, this doesn't even work. No, right. Save that. You need to be shush. You need to shush. Okay, cool. That's the only error. Alright, let's refresh it. I already tried to reduce the noise. Obviously, it's just a case of picking different variables as well to make it less. But it seems like it wants to be stronger. Like, I think that it might have been the last node, VHS V1, which is what I used, is actually best at emulating, like, tape that's been worn out, like really worn out tape. Oh, look, we've got different tape speeds. Slow play is the most quality as far as I remember. And you got long play and EP. I didn't have EP on any of the VHS I ever used. Let's see if it actually runs though, because it might just crash again. Yep, it just crashed again. Okay, it's still giving the same error by the looks of it. Oh no, it's a different error. It's a different error. Okay, we received the following error on using the new node. It's still giving an error, yeah. I might switch over to the other side and see if we can fix it with the API. I made this speaking in my own native language. Don't laugh. Don't laugh. I don't know what you said, but it looks funny when, you know what I mean? It just looks funny. There's an anime, what's it called? It's called Pop Team Epic. And the whole thing is about these two cute girls who are like schoolgirls, right? But the gag is that they have like old men do the voices. And they do the first half of the episode with like normal voices, 15 minutes. And they do the second half of the episode, which is exactly the same, but this time it's a bunch of like, they sound like old Yakuza as well. So they're like real gruff men. It's so jarring. I'll never forget it. Pop Team Epic. It's funny. It's like an anti-anime. They make fun of anime. That's most of the jokes. But yeah, there's just something jarring about female characters with hard man voices. You know what I mean? It's like, I'm not even going to do a caricature right now, but it's pretty funny. It's amazing that she follows the intonation, even speaking a different language. Yeah, true. It is true. That's true, actually, Coco. Nice job. Also, have coffee or tea. Yeah, I definitely do need to make another coffee. I might have to disappear and get some water and all that good stuff in a minute. I'll throw a video up for you guys to watch if I have to run away. So how are we doing? Oh, what the hell? What the hell, man? So it's just given me this. Now I guarantee that I will copy this wrong. So let's say copy, right? So def process frame. Let's see if we can't do it. I don't like doing this because it requires that you know how to read code, and I still mess it up. I can read the code, but I still mess it up, right? So looking for def process frame. Def process frame. There it is. So if we go from there and we go down to there, that should be the block, right? Uh-oh. See, something went wrong. Look. That's great. That's grayed out. Code is unreachable. See? Something went wrong. I think it's because the indentation changed. Yeah. This is the thing, right? This is what I'm talking about, okay? So it gave us code, right? And there's no indentation here, right? So when I've come along and copied the code into the right place, the indentation changed. What I needed to do was do that to keep the indentation. It's so silly. So silly. There, see? Nope. Now it's even more broken. It's even more broken now. So what's the problem then? Def process frame. See, so that doesn't work. Self not defined frame. Man, and this is why this is what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? You can't. Right. Got stupid indentation stuffs. Right, where is it? There it is. Just get the same prompt that I wrote last time and do it again. I should just have this prompt on speed dial. Here. Here. This. It's just safer. I don't even know why. He's doing it to try and save tokens. Save money. It does cost money. Every token costs money. Yeah, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to end this chat as well, because it's getting too long. Don't tell me. Yeah, it didn't even mute. Oh well, I subjected you to the nose blowing. I did actually hit the button, it just didn't work. Yeah, so just so everybody knows what he just said, he said, look, made it in his native speaking language. If we play it again. So apart from that last little biting the air, it actually did a great job of, you know, wrong language. It matched pretty good. And like I said, I think what's happening is it's using latent frames and mapping them to phonemes or rather frequencies. I think that's what's going on. And I'm back. So let's just do the whole thing. Save. And then we will give it a refresh. Sometimes it could take 20 times of, you know, bug, fix, restart, bug, fix, restart. You could do that 20 times before you get to a working node. But once it works, generally speaking. It depends how many inputs you have and, you know. You can never really test it because, like, what? Am I going to test every single possible combination? What the heck? Let me. Can you not do that one? Yeah. Okay. So it's very difficult to test every single possible permutation of the parameters. There's so many, right? I think we've restarted. Let's have a look. Yep. Alright, let's give it a go. Because I'll worry about what the settings do if I can get it to work. Oh, it didn't immediately crash. There's still plenty of time for it to crash. But it didn't immediately crash. That usually means it's working. We'll have to see, won't we? It's looking promising, guys. It might also be crushingly slow because we have just given it 105 frames. So it's not just doing one frame, it's doing like, oh, that was actually quite quick. Oh, it just made it really dark. I don't think that this would have just made it really dark. Let's have a little conversation with Claude. I have to just risk it. Okay. The output video is very dark. Is this the result of the default params or a result of the code not working? Question mark. I love how he's able to even begin to answer this. It just blows me away every time. let me check the color space. There might be an issue in YIQ conversion or final normalization. Let me identify potential issues. Okay. Would you like me to provide the complete updated script? Issue seems to be unnecessary multiplication and division by 256. Yeah, that would do it. Yeah, that would do it. Right, okay. One more time, Claude. One more time. Give me the full script. Because luckily the API requests are done for money, so if I run out of tokens and hit my usage limit, I can continue this with Klein in VS Code, which is actually better. But there's a lot of context in this conversation regarding the original code. Everything's here, you know. We talked about, oh, what's this? Could I use this? What else do I need? Here you go, here you go, here you go. Give them all the code. And then go at the very end like, oh, actually, I want to make a custom node for Comfy UI. Based on this other one that I made. Okay. Copy that. Put it in here like that. Save it. And obviously I'm not going to hit warn every time, it doesn't matter. Refresh. When I mean restart, of course. Okay. Looks good to me. Alright, let's see if we can't set this stage business up. This will be a little bit of a test. I'm sort of trying to toy with the idea of doing a stage on Thursdays. So every Thursday now, during this live, we can do this. This should work, but it gives me the opportunity to invite people up to talk. Now, in future, that will actually work. At the moment, this is only on the main PC, it's not on the streaming PC. So that means it can't capture the audio, which isn't ideal. So obviously, I'm just testing this to see if it's even worth doing, right? And we'll start that in about 10 minutes. Okay. Import could not be resolved. Right, I think it's back up. Yep, it's back up. So let's run it and see if we get an error or black output again. Oh. Ah, it's still dark. It's still black. And it's not VHS either. That's not. It's not doing the. It's not doing the thing. Okay. No, it's not doing it. Right. Okay, the video is even darker. Is it possible we have incomplete code? Is there any other reason for the video becoming so dark? It's quite funny because it's like we're just asking him conversationally what to do. What do I do? Let's try this version. Whoa. Input output ranges. And then we have an alternate. Okay. 1. Very dark but visible. 2. Are there any effects? No effects can be seen. Does the darkness vary? Untested. That's a good point. Let's go for LP and take ringing off and then do it again and see if we get the same thing. I mean, the V1 works, it's just a little bit basic. Oh! Now hang on a minute. That is doing something. That doesn't look like the original. Hang on a minute. See, that's what it looks like. That's the original. Hang on a minute. Let me just get them side by side real quick. It has done something. It's extremely subtle though. Extremely subtle. You can kind of see lines and distortion every now and then. It's so subtle. I kind of like it though. It makes it almost look like broadcast artifacts. It's still missing a lot though. It's missing a lot though. So if I turn ringing off, let me turn ringing back on, but long play I'll leave on. I got a feeling it's ringing. And I think that's because ringing was based on an array which was like a numpy file. And the thing is that we have our script creating that numpy array on the fly, which might be what's breaking it. Thankfully, it's fast. Oh! Wow, you can actually see it twisting around and stuff. Oh no, wait, yeah, it's the numpy array. It's the numpy array. So if I turn that off and do EP, this will be back to brightness. And let's just turn up, let's just do a bunch of stuff here. Okay. Well, ringing's off, so it's not going to matter. We'll go back to SP. There we go. It's the ringing. Oh! Screwed. See, there's a problem. If I changed it to a bunch of random stuff and it just fails. That's not good. Okay, I'm just going to say, it seems like the ringing what was it called? Enable ringing. Enable underscore ringing true caused the darkening. We have, what was it? We have the original .npy used by the code author for the ringing feature. My God, man. Ringing feature. Perhaps we should write a version of this node that used that original .npy file instead of generating the array. Yeah, let's go with that and see if we can fix it that way. Ring pattern.npy, right? So I've got that file right here. So if I just drag that in, drag that in here, ring pattern.npy. Would you like me to provide the complete updated script? Provide the complete updated script. Okay.
Yeah, try to this side.
Use the external, add error handling for loading it, keep generate ring pattern as a fallback, make ringing effect less aggressive if the file isn't found. And then it is going to do that. So load the file. If you can't find it, use generated file. Interesting. I think we're trying to emulate non-square pixels. The Darkening. Nice title, but a bit grim, says Electrolab. Are we done? We're done. So let's copy that. And plug that in. Yep. Save it. And restart. New manager. Starting from Comfy Manager v3 and above, installation in custom nodes path is no longer guaranteed to use the same Git repo name. Please be cautious if you use importing custom nodes when developing nodes. What? That's quite confusing piece of news they've got there. When is a cardboard box not a cardboard box? When you're playing Metal Gear? Okay, we don't have ringing on, and it fails. Okay, let's recreate the node. Try it again. Some combination of things I chose there was breaking it. That's a different bug. This is how it is when you get it out of the box, so this is how I'll test it. People in the Discord chatting about stuff. Good times, guys. Okay, so how are we looking? If this... I don't know, that does kind of look like... Wait a minute. Hang on a minute. Huh. It's hard to say if it actually changed the video. I think it did, but it's so subtle. It's barely done anything. It has changed it. It has changed it. You can see that the colours are slightly different. It's very subtle, but you can see there's like more redness, less orangeness. But aside from that, it doesn't look very VHS. We have to bury all the recycling in the landfill. It's very important that you recycle so we can bury it all. Okay. So if I turn off ringing now, it's not dark now anyway. So I think we have solved that problem. It isn't dark. But it does mean we have to distribute this guy's numpy file. Alright, so let's talk to this and say the darkness issue is now complete, is now gone. However, the VHS effect seems very subtle. Please explain how the parameters affect the video. Then suggest new default values for me to test. Just print them in a short list. Okay. Alright, so we're going to try this out. Whoa! Ugh, sneezing like a madman here. I think the sneezing fit's over. So this is the settings that it's given me to give me much more stronger defaults, okay? So let's test those and see what happens. I wonder if I can get it to crash. I've just added a whole bunch of stuff to it. This still isn't the type of VHS. This is more like a VHS look though. Typically, I would have thought like little static lines that flash across the screen every now and then. So unless we see those, there might have to be a V3 that can do that kind of thing. Thankfully, this node isn't, you know, it's pretty quick. When it works, it takes like 40 to 20 seconds. It's pretty quick, like I say. So when it works. Oh, yeah, look at that. Holy crap, I'm back in the 80s. This looks crazy. Wow. 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 I'm blown away. This works really well. That actually does look like worn out VHS. Damn. I can't believe how good that is. Credit goes to the chef. That would be Yargs. Pavel Korikov. Pavel Korikov. And he's in Melbourne. Jargs. Or Jargz. This is solid. This is way better than the first one. No offense to the guy that made the first one, okay? I'm just so impressed by that. That actually looks like VHS. I'm uploading this to the image sharing. Okay, so it's called VHS underscore effect underscore V2. And let's see, we'll get that video. I think that's the correct video. Yeah. And I think we're going to have to make this the default values. Wow. Yeah, why did I bother making such a clear video to start off with? Good point, Electrolab. Man. What a result. Do you know what? If you told me, oh yeah, this is actually VHS from like 1985, I would have been like, yup. So I think this needs to be the new default, okay? And I'm lazy, so I'm not going to do that. No, wait, am I going to do that? Let's just look at the code and see if we can just do it ourselves. All of the values are like hidden. Are they not like in an easy? No, they're not. Wait, oh wait, no, there they are. There they are. Default. Right. Okay, so let's just pull this one out again so I can just easily do this, because there's no sense in wasting. So ringing, enable ringing is true. Tape speed doesn't have a default, but I was using EP. Chroma phase noise is 25. Chroma noise is 5,000. Video noise is 1,000. So I think that it was just way too weak out the box. Color bleeding 5. VHS out sharpen is 2.5. And then what's this? Composite pre-emphasis will say 4. Yeah. The only thing I couldn't do was I couldn't change that because I don't want to put EP first just so it gets picked first, you know. So let's test it on SP mode first, see if it doesn't break, right? Now SP should be a little less heavy. I still can't believe that. That looks real. That actually does look like real video now. What the hell? All we had to do was scuff it up, boys. Absolutely insane. It does. It looks like a roof antenna. Good. Yeah, that's what we should call it, Electrolab. Now this AI video looks like it came through a roof antenna. I love that expression. Roof antenna. Takes me back 30 years. Man, that's crazy. I mean, look, I appreciate it's cropping badly at the bottom of the screen, but we're going to lose the bottom of the screen anyway. I made this 1280 by 736 so that I've got room to crop it. Wow. Please don't break. If it doesn't break, we're pushing it out. Yeah, even Oh. Chef's kiss, guys. That's so good. It actually does look like old-timey TV. Okay. Whoa! We did it. VHS Effect V2 is going live. Now, I appreciate there might be some combinations of this that cause crashes, but until people tell me what they are, I can't. There's so many variables, I can't test every combination of everything. All I can say is that I tried it with weak settings, and then I pumped up the values, and we got it up to the top. Now, there's still work to be done. I would still like to find that horizontal and vertical, like sort of strobing and static effects. I still am on the hunt for that. But I think we've done well tonight. We've done really well tonight with this one. So let me just see if I can't push. Let's push all of this to the Git so everybody gets the chance to play around with this. So we're going to go add file, upload nodes. Now I am going to distribute that guy's numpy file, but it's a table of binary numbers. So I'm pretty sure, and I think that one was under MIT, so I think we'll be okay. We're not going to get in trouble. So init, we want the init. Of course, you'd have to do it from here. Helps to actually do it from somewhere, right? So there we go, VHS pattern, ring pattern, and then init pi. Go across like that, commit, and then of course we're going to have to do our due diligence because it's not enough just to make the nodes. All right, we have to also make the new node documentation. So we're going to do that with Klein. Okay, I love Klein, so good. New task, open it up, and we're going to call this one We've got it written right here, actually. VHS effect V2. Let's just copy it from there, because I'm a lazy. Like that. So we're going to have it write us some new documentation. I'm going to get the next prompt ready. So this would be update my index. So off it goes, explaining what all of the values are, mins, maxes, what you should expect, how to use it, best practice, technical details, etc. Okay. Wait for it. Now it's gonna. It'll do its. Oh, I've run out. Oh no, it didn't run out of. Didn't rate limit me, which is nice. Okay, so we've done that. Now let's do this. And remember, I don't actually add the name because I've just said. Every custom node has a dedicated README with a file name that matches the Python node, okay? And then I go down and I say start from the top of the list depending newest entries that are missing in alphabetical order. We should not remove anything that's already there. So I didn't even have to tell him what I've added. He'll figure it out. Like I said, AI documentation is the ultimate time saver. Even if you write your own code, you should be using AI to write your documentation. There's actually no excuse. Look at that. Boom. Straight away. Boom. Done. Although... okay. Why has this... It's gotten rid of my link, but that's because I edited it online, guys. It's not in the local version. So that's not a mistake. That's my fault for not doing my own version tracking. So I added the link online, not on my local copy. So the local copy never had a link, all right? But that's okay. What I'll do is I'll add both links when I've got the other workflow updated. That's my oversight. It did nothing wrong. This is actually pilot error, in case you noticed. Hang on a minute, you added that link earlier. Where's the link gone? I thought it wasn't supposed to change anything. It didn't. It didn't see this link because my local copy is actually a version behind what's online. And that's because I was lazy, and instead of editing my local copy and then pushing an update, I just edited it online, which is actually lazy hack fraud stuff. You should be editing the local copy and then pushing the update, not doing live edits, which is editing what's online. You see what I mean? You might think, oh, it's easier just to click the edit button. Bad juju. Okay. Alright. And now juju is the up the mountain. Alright, ladies and gents. It's voodoo or hoodoo. It's up to you. Alright, start new task. We've already done that. Yeah, we've already done that. So now we need to get the next prompt, which is my readme is out of date. Okay, woefully out of date, in fact. So now we're going to get him to rewrite our readme as well. And while he's doing that, I get to double up on the time here. So close that. Wait a minute, why is that purple? Oh, right, it's a different version. There we go. This is the one we want. It's got the new defaults. Wait, does it have the new defaults? I'm going to refresh this just to make sure it has actually got the new defaults. Because I could save this. In fact, I'm going to save this, but I just need to, like I said, due diligence, guys. Can't save it yet. Because it won't let me. It'll fail. Now I can save it. Whoa. Okay, I don't know why it suddenly zoomed in on me there. It's very strange. Export. And it's got the correct attribution. Good. So what I want to do is I want to right click, fix node. Damn! These aren't the... Those aren't the defaults. Ah! I didn't save it. I didn't save it! Right, so that actually means I've got to upload it again. Dirt! That's all right. It'll just overwrite itself, so that's fine. So down to the bottom, VHS effect, put it on there, upload it again. So I made a mistake there. I didn't save it with the defaults that I'd put in. So again, let's just refresh, restart again. Meanwhile, my README is now up to date, so we can go upload files. And back over here, we should put it on date modified, and then 1, 2, 3. That's the documentation done. Like I said, there's no way I could have typed that quick. I probably would have forgotten the information for the node which I just written. You know, do you want to write up what tape speed is, what ringing power is, what enable, you know what I mean, what all of these things are, and give a rough idea of what they should be? That's a tough one. There we go. We've got the correct defaults now, so that's what works, right? I just want to make sure that when people load the node up, it comes with the parameters which I know give a reasonably good result. And then if they want to turn it down, they can. Dude, that looks like George Bush on TV right now. That's insane. Absolutely insane. So crazy. I can't get over how good that effect is. I mean, look, it's not me, right? All I did was make a custom node. It's this guy that deserves the actual credit, because he's the guy that wrote this 5 years ago. Okay? 5 years ago. And I'm still missing a bunch of stuff that he has, which I don't. So I don't know. There might be ways to make a V3. So I might just jump to V4 to make, because I want to make this horizontal static type look. Yeah? But we might have to save that for tomorrow, because I'm running out of time. See, I wanted to do this whole hangout thing over here, but as nobody was actually able to speak, we might do it next week. Because like I said, it's sort of like open this up and then keep that chat. In fact, you know what? Let's do it now. That's what I'm like. Let's do it now. So I'm going to open it up. I'm going to do start the stage. We're going to say first event ever test. Start the stage. And I'm here. All right. And what I'll do is I will put it like on one side, maybe. That'd be cool. Let's go over here like this. Now, how do I get the chat? Isn't there a chat? Isn't there a chat? Hello, Fluffy Alligator. We're just doing a little bit of a test. We're actually live on YouTube right now. So I'm just resizing things and having a little experiment. We're thinking on Thursdays we're going to do like a sort of Discord hangout, and then I'll invite people up to talk. But there's no actual way for anybody to hear what anybody is saying. Like, I can hear you, but nobody else can. And so I don't really want to be going speakers to microphone. But yeah, there it is. I thought there was a chat in this thing. Is it just audio? I'm guessing it's just audio. I know that people can put their hands up. Here we go. There's a chat. There's the chat. What's this? Oh, it looks like we've done this before, but I just don't remember. Yeah. There's actually loads of stuff here. So I'm just going to go, what's up? Okay. And let's just get this off the other screen. So we've got some space here. I'm going to get this over like that. Hello, Coco. Welcome. Go like that. I'm just slowly moving everything out the way here. Did I remember to upload the latest version of that script? I don't think I did. I'm going to make sure I did it by doing it again. DJ Z nodes. Yes. And I'm going to want to get the file. which is this one. There we go, I didn't do it yet. Oi, copy it over. There we go. And then while it's doing that, let's have a look at the workflows. DJZ notes examples. Yep. Upload. And then that one is going to be right there. So we put the V2. And then if I come back to VS Code, DJZ nodes index, that's the one. So there's the VHS, right? So now we'll get the thing proper. Do it the proper way. Yeah. Oh, got a bit of a weird cursor. There we go. Done that there. Copy the next one. See, if I do it now, it's less work to do later. So it makes sense if you ask me. Go like that, upload that, and refresh. And the file that's at the top, no, that's not it. The file that's at the top needs to go up. There we go. Job's a job. All right, it's done. Perfecto. Welcome, Vasil. Welcome. Fluffy Alligator on the art hole says, meow, is there some screen share? Because I can't see anything. Yes, there is, but it's actually on YouTube. See, the funny thing is, I'm sort of experimenting. I'm experimenting on the live stream right now. And what we might do is we might do this without a YouTube live stream and make it its own Discord thing. Okay, but right now I'm already live. So let me get you the link. I'll throw it up in the thing. It's right here, Fluffy. So just in case you're wondering, we're on episode 27. I used AI background swap, and now my girlfriend thinks I'm in the back rooms. Send snacks. Okay. So thanks for joining in. Obviously, this is just like a temporary hangout, but we can see comments here. Okay, not sure how we can talk in Discord. We don't have permission. Yeah, I think you have to use the hand. So there is like a hand. You can put your hand up, and then I can invite you on to talk, basically. Yeah, so there we go. I'll say invite to speak. We'll test it out with Coco. Hello, Coco. Welcome. Oh. 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 Hello, Coco. Yeah, I can hear you. The thing is that right now, you're coming out of my speakers into my microphone. So it's going to be a little bit weird. I'm going to play, obviously later, I'll watch the stream back and play it back. But my plan is I'm going to put Discord on the streaming computer, and then the audio will all work nice. It'll all play nice that way. Yeah, we're just testing it. So at the moment, the audio sucks, and I apologize for that. But certainly, because I was thinking, somebody said this on the stream last night. They were like, why don't we do like a Discord hangout? And I think that's actually a great idea. It's probably easier to do if we don't do it live at the same time as the YouTube stream, I think.
Yeah, because it lags, the voice lags.
Yeah, because of the voice loop. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, so my plan is I was thinking about Thursday, but we might do it on the weekend just so we can get more people. Do you know what I mean? I don't know, we'll see. But I appreciate you coming up here and helping me test it out. Hello, Sim Salabim. I see you joined the audience on the Discord here. So this actually works quite nice though. You can kind of have it just on the one side of the screen here like this. And like I say, because this could be a way for us to do like a spotlight on what people are working on. That's what I want to do. I want to have a little chat with people, say, hey, what are you working on? Have you got any links? Post them in Discord. We'll take a look, you know? And I could always record it offline and then edit it into a video. It doesn't have to be a live stream. Do you know what I mean? So anyway, what was I doing? Oh yeah, that's right. Okay, I think we've done the testing that we needed to do, Coco, so I appreciate your time. Thanks so much for jumping up here. I know not a lot of people want to jump up on stage, so I appreciate you. But I'm now going to end the first event ever, which is a lie. It turns out, actually, we've done this before. I just don't remember. It was probably like last summer, though, to be fair. So it's the first event of 2025, and there'll be a proper one soon. So watch out in the pings for information. And I'm going to shut this down. I'm out of here. Leave. How do I end the event? End stage. There it is. Alright, that was fun. Let's get that out of the way. Because I'm just reticent of the time. We're running out of time. Okay, so why has that got the restart thing that we haven't restarted? Well, I don't think it matters. We've already uploaded all of the documentation and stuff. So I think that's about it now. I'm going to be ending early tonight, mostly because I'm sneezing my guts up and like blowing my nose every 10 minutes. But we will be back tomorrow, come rain or shine. So I will see you all tomorrow for the Friday stream. Thank you all for coming along. Don't forget that the VHS Effect nodes are up, so update your DJZ nodes and you can have a mess around with those. And like I said, I think it came out pretty well. So thanks so much for watching, everybody, and I'll see you next time.
You're listening to 5below5.uk radio. I put this together with all the tracks I've built over the last few weeks. Thanks for listening. You can check them all out on my SoundCloud and on Bandcamp. So why not go over to 5below5.uk and check out our YouTube tutorials as well.